Hello everybody and welcome to Age of Crisis. This is a new D&D game with the D&D 5e rule set. We'll be playing on the Forge, so get some popcorn and enjoy.
So you guys are you're still kind of groggy, or most so just like physically kind of weak and drained. But for the first time since you've been here, you feel like you are fully like lucid and aware of what is going on, like completely. You don't feel like the side effects of whatever it was that you were feeling before. But you all will kind of wake up. You don't, know whether it's night or day, but you will all wake up around, within a couple of hours of each other. Um, and some of you will notice that some of your other fellow prisoners are missing. But what you see is this is where you are, and this is where we'll start. And just as a clarification, as far as your clothing and everything, a couple of you might have one or two items on your person, but for the most part, you are all wearing these rags. You have no shoes,
Socks?
and you're stuck in a cage that has like a little like bucket that is like catching that has been your drinking water, but that is all that you currently have.
That is
Is,
not
is
very
everybody
lucky.
else lucid? Like, if I look around the room and I see these other three, are they lucid as well?
Yeah, so you're kind of coming to here, and you're looking around. You will notice as the others kind of start to rile, like people are getting up on their feet and looking around. But yeah, it does appear that everyone is awake, and this will be the first time that you've actually seen everyone awake at one time before since you've arrived here.
Do I see
And
any
is it
guards or anything?
just the four of us?
It's just the four of you. The only guard that you see is this golem, this iron golem through the doorway here. But he very rarely ever moved. He basically has just stood there the entire time, done nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna cautiously get up, I look around the room at the others, and I say, I don't know why, but it seems whatever they put on us is worn off. This might be our only chance to get out of here. I don't know if this is where you plan on staying, but if we need to get out, we might need to work together. My name's Aaron.
What is the lock on this thing look like?
On your cage,
Mm-hmm.
um, you actually wouldn't be able to see it, and you're not really in a position to. Well, you could maybe
Could
barely
I
make out, but you would be aware that it's like a lock, like a key lock situation.
hmm.
Is this the same like prison, the same cell that we would have seen before? I know that we weren't lucid before, but
Right. This cage where you currently find yourself in, this is the cage which you have been staying in. You've been taken from this cage before, but you don't remember the travel time. You just kind of woke up in that other place that you remember. But yes, this is the cage that you have been at the entire time.
Can I try to bend the bar so I can get out?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
you
he's
certainly
literally gonna.
can.
That's gonna be the first thing
The
he tries to
first
do.
roll.
He's just gonna try to shake the cage or find a weak spot and just try to
Don't
try to
don't you think you
pull
should
it
be
open so he can
quiet?
get through. I don't, quiet requires time. I don't know how much we have.
Making a lot of noise though.
Is that an athletics check?
That will be an athletics check.
Okay.
So yeah, as you grip a hold of these bars and you just kind of pray that maybe these cages were made after the Iron Crisis began, um, and you try as hard as you can to bend them, but you're unable to.
The cage is locked.
Cage is locked. Yes.
Okay, just check it.
so I don't see the borders of where the cage is.
It's on your token or under your token.
Yeah, it's like around us. It's
Oh, I see.
loose.
We're all in individual cages.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So am I correct that Aaron and I have been here for a while, but we're just not normally awake at the same time?
Yeah, like we've seen everyone else in here, but they've all been unconscious while we've had moments of consciousness.
Okay.
Some of you have had conversations with other people, other prisoners,
Right.
though most of the time, if you were to find that both of you were awake, one of you would just be completely out of it and just, you know, conversation was very difficult just because of the mental state that you have been in. Though
And
you have learned, each other's names, but yeah.
you said that the other prisoners are gone. It's just the 4 of us now?
Yes, it's just the four of you.
Okay.
Do we have any like shackles or anything on us?
No.
And these cages, sorry, did you say, are they hanging from the wall or are they on the ground?
They are on the ground.
Can any of you pick locks or something?
Do you have anything to pick a lock with?
Do these buckets have handles?
Yeah, the bucket has a handle.
That's a good idea.
I grab my bucket and say, like, you might be able to use this, and just like try to pull the handle off the bucket.
All right. Yeah, sure. Just roll an athletics check to see. You're going to be successful, but just to see how much time it takes you to do this. Oh yeah, you just like grab it and you rip. You pull it off.
So I assume that we can see partially through the door and the hallway. Do we know where they keep the keys? Obviously, we would have been asleep at that time, wouldn't we?
Yeah, you've never. Yeah, you're not exactly sure where the keys are kept.
Um, hey Aaron, do you think you could throw that towards me?
Sure can try. I'm gonna try and throw it to her.
Okay. Yeah, just roll an athletics check. See how you do.
It's tempting the dice right now.
Yeah, I
All
know,
right.
right?
Yeah, you kind of try and toss it over, and you think you're gonna be all smart about it and like bounce off the wall, and yeah, it just kind of like hits the wall and stops right here.
And
Okay.
I've got it. And I'm just going to reach out with my mage hand and I'm just going to scoop it up and bring it to her.
Oh
There you
shit.
go. You do
That's
that.
very handy.
Do you so with do you require like focuses and stuff for casting some spells?
Ooh, I honestly, I have not paid attention to that.
I think Mage
Well,
Hand is somatic.
Well,
It's-
generally, if it has a
the-
material cost, it requires a focus. But if it does not, then you don't
Nope.
need it.
It
two-
doesn't have material.
the two casters that you have don't have to worry about that right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to
They're focused.
pick this lock with this bent handle. I'm assuming like the end of it is like pointier.
Yeah, it's got like a it was pulled off a bucket. It's got like a crooked kind of end here.
Is there a way to get it in between? So I'm assuming the lock is like between two bars and it has like, is it like a latch or is it like a key lock that has like a thing that goes into another thing?
it's
Like a
not
door
like a
handle lock.
it's so think of this as like a padlock that's just kind of like hanging there with like that's like a key padlock situation. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So basically, it's kind of looped around. But
Do,
yeah, you would be able to like reach your hands through the bars and like mess with it all you want.
do I think it would be easier to try to pick this lock with this metal pole or handle thing, or would it be easier to like wrap it around and try to like break the lock?
Are you?
Just I can like roll an investigation to like gauge which one would be easier.
I don't think you need. Are you proficient with lockpicking?
No.
You feel like you would still probably have a better chance trying to pick the lock.
Okay. Because I mean, sometimes if you put the right pressure on certain locks, then it'll like
Right. Absolutely. You just don't have like that. The piece of metal you have in your hand is actually quite flimsy. Like
okay.
you can bend it, so it's not. Yeah, it's not strong enough for something like that.
Guessing that's a dexterity roll.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a thieves' tools roll. Even. So yeah, just roll dexterity. You're not proficient with it or anything, so just straight dexterity.
Oh, maybe I should have taken it for myself.
Yeah, try as you might, you're unable to pick that lock. as you find it extremely difficult, especially without
Okay,
proficiency.
I'm gonna assume that it's like not thin enough and just start like filing the metal against one of the bars.
Okay.
Is there anything else on the walls that looks like it might be useful?
Um, all you have is a bucket. You're looking at the walls here, kind of turning around, kind of looking for anything you might make use of.
Oh,
And other
Is
than the amulet that you have and the bucket, that's all that you can really find to make use of.
are these cages mounted to the floor?
They are extremely heavy. It would be difficult to determine. There is a bottom to the cage, so like you know what I mean. There's bars on the floor part as well, so you wouldn't be able to just kind of like
Well, I'm just wondering if I like knock the cage over, if that might be enough force and weight to snap the lock off.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you definitely, you basically try and shift your weight around.
Yeah, like
You know,
I'm like hanging. So I reach my hands up to the top of the cage, and
mhm,
I use my weight to swing back and forth because if I put the weight on the top of the cage, it's better. Like it
sure.
changes the center of
Mhm,
gravity. And I'm
yeah.
gonna try and see if I can get to slam
Mhm.
onto where the lock is on the floor.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So yeah, so you try this, just kind of testing it, and it moves. It's kind of difficult, um, but you think with the help of Triss, kind of helping push the thing over, the two of you together may be able to get this
All right,
thing sideways.
I'm gonna say, listen, I'm gonna try and swing this. When I swing to the far side, I need you to just push against it as hard as you can. I think that might be enough force to get to slam onto the lock.
Okay, I'm fairly strong. I think I can help you.
While they're making all of this noise, I'm going to be solely focused on listening for anyone else in this other room.
Sure. All right. So you guys are going to be successful in bringing us to the ground, though. Triss, I'm going to need you to roll an athletics check to see if you injure yourself in the process here, as the cages are pretty close together. Oh no, you provide a good bit of force to help with this. As the cage falls to the ground, um, yeah, you're now kind of laying over in this cage, on the with the door facing the ground.
Can I roll it to get to the see if the door is bent or broken enough for me to get out?
Sure. Yeah. So you start rolling it. It's kind of interesting for onlookers here, but you do roll it in such a way that the door falls open, kind of as you roll over, and you find that you have broken the lock and you are free.
oh shit.
I look around.
Um.
I stop first. The moment I get out,
Uh-huh.
I'm like on all fours. I stop and I listen. I'm like looking around
Mm-hmm.
very, very quietly, just just literally just
Sure.
like when when somebody like walks in on a dog doing something they shouldn't be doing, and they give you that look of just like looking around like, all
Huh?
right, what's about to happen?
So immediately, kind of as this whole thing has gone on, just basically right in this area, right here in front of this door, with this iron golem, just presumably standing there watching you. And you climb out of the cage and you kind of look around and you give the iron golem specifically this kind of look, like I didn't do it. And he doesn't make any move to stop you.
What are
I
they looking
cautiously
at?
move towards him.
Is there any guards? Is it safe?
You don't at the moment you don't hear any guards approaching or anything like that.
I just kind of like I kind of I look back at them and I just put my finger to my lips for a second. I look at the golem and I take another step forward.
He's gone.
You think he's coming back?
Can I try to do the same thing that he did, but like leverage my ability to reach the wall to knock over the cage?
Yeah, you could certainly try.
Like climb up to the top, hold on to the top, and then like brace my feet against the wall and push my cage over.
Yeah, you can absolutely try that. Immediately, go ahead and we'll presume that you're kind of going through this thinking and you're kind of preparing yourself and climbing up. As Aaron, you walk in and immediately on this table you find a set of keys,
Yep.
amongst a couple of other items.
I just don't stop looking at the golem,
Okay.
and I'm just slowly going up towards the keys. Is he like tracking me?
Yes, he is watching you. His head is moving. He's watching you. He's not like a fake golem.
I know, but so I stand on the thing where I'm at. I look at the golem, and I'm just like, "Don't worry, I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to. These keys are mine." I just grab the keys and run.
Okay. Right about that time, you'll hear the crash of the Sonic Kit's cage hitting the ground. As you also, with the help of the wall and the way that you were doing it, managed to bring your cage to the ground.
I put the key in
Nice.
Trisana's lock.
Yeah. So there's a couple of them. It actually appears like there's no master key. They all have like individual keys probably as you go through and you try different ones. You eventually do, just after a couple of moments, find the key and manage to unlock it.
Thank you.
I assume I'm out now.
I unlocked Jorgensen's lock.
Thanks.
Yeah, so then you look at Kit. Kit, you kind of try and roll your cage over, and you're just back and forth, back and forth. You manage to roll it.
Got it. I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
And when you do, like, the door does not swing open, and it's actually still closed. It appears as though the lock is still intact.
I'm just gonna start kicking the door.
All right, you do
gonna-
that.
I'm gonna.
I unlock it with the key.
Keep it down.
What? We already made a shit ton of noise.
So
Don't
much
need to
noise.
make any more noise.
What is that gonna change? Anyway, thanks.
So
Thanks.
in that room, there's some weapons on the table,
All right.
Oh.
but there's also an iron golem.
What's an iron golem?
It's an Iron Man who's watching me, and I think he'll kill one unless if we do something he's been told to not let us do. Apparently, take the keys and let us out has not been something he's been told not to let us do.
Was there anything else in the room other than the golem?
It's a chest and some weapons.
Shit, that's a
I
big
mean-
golem. We'll try to grab a weapon, see what happens.
Oh, that's a bit. Oh, that is a massive golem.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think I'm gonna call Terry for now.
Do-
So
Do the magic thing again.
yeah, I was gonna say do the thing with the magic and see if you can't get some of that stuff and see if he wakes up.
I'm just gonna like move myself behind someone stronger than me and cast Mage Hand and see if I can get that sword or that dagger.
Sure.
Specifically the dagger.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely no problem. You're able to do that. But as you guys are kind of standing here, huddled in front of this door, like picking up the weapons with your mage hand, the golem speaks like abruptly, and almost startles you. And says, "Prisoners, you must not escape. The master does not will it."
We're not escaping.
Nope. If just so we don't escape on accident, which way is the way out?
You must return to your cage.
It's yard time, you know.
Yeah.
Who's your master?
The master decrees that we get our weapons before we return to the cage.
Yeah.
The master does not will it. You are his property. Return to your cage.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
I'm
I
just
say-
gonna.
so can we
I
like
would-
size this guy up? Like, is this definitely something that is just gonna freaking smash our faces in?
Can I shut the door?
Sure, you close the door. You're currently holding the dagger that you got there, Jorgen. You've seen, though he speaks with this kind of like deep and intimidating tone. He has not made any move thus far to stop you. He's allowed him to take keys and to take the weapon. You're not sure if like he can't move or if he just chooses not to, but he hasn't prevented you from any action that you've taken thus far.
So here's our question: how much more do we push our luck with the golem before we try the other pathway?
but there's weapons in there, and there might be guards the other way, which we'll need the weapons for.
Well, or we have a dagger, and that one. Can you do other magic, or can you just poke him in the eye with your magic hand?
Well, I can do stuff.
I have some magic.
Okay.
I can shoot lightning through him.
Oh, holy crap!
That would be very useful.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
But I do have to touch him in order to do that.
Okay, how
I feel like
fast are
that won't
you?
be a problem. I feel like they're gonna come to us to touch us with their weapons.
How about the three of us go in, right? You go to get the stuff. I'll go for the sword in his hand, and she can, like, electrify him.
The golem?
Yeah, disarm him.
I don't know that we should electrocute him if he's not trying to hurt us.
Yeah, I'm real worried about fighting him because I feel like
I think it
I
should
don't
be
know
a
about,
last resort sort of thing.
and I've been being tortured for the last couple days, so I'm not feeling super great.
Oh yeah, you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
I mean, do we imagine a world in which we can get out of here without any weapons?
Well, I'm imagining if there's guards, we can kill them and take their weapons.
Like, she does have lightning.
She has lightning and he has a hand.
Yep.
And I'm guessing you can
I can do
fight
other
them.
stuff too. I just thought the lightning would be most helpful in this situation.
It tracks.
I guess we could make some knuckles out of these buckets. That's something.
I also have a dagger that
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
He
going to
has a dagger.
use. So
I'm
somebody
not
can take this dagger.
here. Would you guys be better with the dagger?
I can
I
take
mean,
a dagger.
I'll just punch him until
Well-
I can get.
Okay, I'll take the dagger. Sure.
There was also a sword and something on a table off to the left. We could just like try to grab that stuff. He didn't stop me from taking a dagger. He's not going to
Let's
stop
try-
me from taking anything
Let's
else.
see if he resets it. All right, let's
Wait.
open.
Can we, instead of having all of us standing here, we'll act like we're back in our cages and stand off to the side, and then you could probably, like, angle it and see if he reacts to the hand at all.
Oh yeah, I could just move over here.
Yeah.
Can I pick my cage back up? Like push it back up, but push it back up over.
Oh, I can help you with that.
I want to just push it back up on it so it's sitting up there normally, so he could be in the cage.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was told to be in the cage, but now he can reach everything from the cage.
I mean, if he just stands, like, right here, he can see all the stuff he needs to see through the door, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and I
true,
don't think
yeah.
the golem will see me. It'll be fine.
And I'll
Just out of my own curiosity, the other door that's literally right there, window, is there like a keyhole that has like light coming through it? Is there anything going on with this door?
That door. So a couple things here. That door. There's no light coming through. There's no keyhole or anything. Though when the man in the hood and the mask would come for one of you, you have seen him enter and exit through that door previously. And I do want to say, now that you are all kind of, as I just realized this, you're all kind of gathered here around like light, and you're more able to see each other because Tristana's a halfling, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe you guys could describe your characters to each other. Obviously, you're wearing rags, but at least like your height and your weight and like your physique, and just to kind
I'll-
of get in your race at
I'll
least, so
go.
people know. Sure, go for it.
So Tress is a little over 3 feet tall. She's pretty tiny. She has like copper curly hair that seems to be like blowing in a breeze that doesn't affect anyone else. It's just always blowing around her. She has storm gray eyes and an expression that she's ready to cause some trouble.
Nice.
So Aaron is like a 6'5" human. If he's wearing like just rags, like he's gonna be like shirtless and just wearing rags, pretty much covering his crotch area. He is covered in scars. Like you can see, it looks like he's gotten in a fight with like someone put him in a bag with a bunch of very large cats. Like he is very scarred up. Like the majority of his body is covered in scars. But the scars look like they are long healed. Like they must have happened sometime probably in his youth. But yeah, I mean, he's got a bit of a grin on almost always, just kind of looking at stuff. But yeah, he just seems to be he's cracking jokes a little bit. He seems to be very focused, but at the same time very much like, all right, let's just go do stuff.
I'll also add to that your age. So Tristan, she's 26.
Yeah.
Aaron, how old is your character? Aaron, how old?
Probably the same. I wouldn't say probably younger, maybe like 25, maybe 20. No, somewhere around there. In the
Okay, so early 20s.
early 20s-ish, but he does have like gray streaks in his hair. So it definitely doesn't match like the rest of his younger physique.
All right, Kelsey.
My character's name is Kit, obviously. She's just a normal human. She does have, so she has black hair that's pretty long, but she does have purple eyes, which is the only, like, interesting thing about her physique.
Yep, just average build, average height,
Yep.
average weight. Okay.
And she's, hold on, I don't remember how old I put her. I think I put her at, like, 21.
Okay, about 21, early
Yeah.
20s. Okay.
I don't think I put a number on it. Jorgen would be about early to mid 20s, about 6 foot, fairly short hair except for a braid in the back of long hair that wraps around his shoulder. Nothing really interesting about him. Even though he's in rags, though, he does his best to conceal his left hand, which is cracked, and inside those cracks you can see light being reflected, like a gemstone or a jewel that you would hold up to the light. You're seeing those sorts of colors, and the same is happening with his left eye. Other than that, he's fairly normal, but also very timid and is not very comfortable in this situation.
Is he like human otherwise?
Yes, he looks completely human, except for the fact that his left arm is cracked.
And I'll say one thing that you may notice from Aaron if you look at him, like especially in this kind of lighting with like the torch lights in the distance and like shadows everywhere. Um, whenever you do see Aaron's eyes, they do reflect a little bit of light, just ever so like very reminiscent of like if like an animal's eyes at night, like how they reflect light.
So you not only got put in that bag of cats,
Yeah,
you also took their eyes as well.
basically, yeah.
Nice. I like it.
And does he? And both of his so that right eye does open, even though he's got a scar across it here.
But
Uh-huh.
it doesn't open as much as the other one. There is an obvious like difference in how much one opens over the other.
I
Like
really love that photo.
when Aaron's just like hanging out with people, he probably keeps that one eye closed. But in situations where like dangerous, he does do the extra effort to keep it open.
Nice.
And then I'm sorry to interrupt, but please continue with this crazy course of action that I'm sure you were about to take.
Crazy course of if somebody needed some weapons.
Yeah, so
Like
More weapons.
if you stand out, also introductions, it's because Aaron's told everyone their name. He goes, all right, if we're gonna move forward, we need to know what to call each other. So I'm not calling you Halfling and the others. I'm Aaron. What are your names?
I'm Jorgen.
Tristana, but you can call me Tris.
My name's Kit.
All right. Well, if Kit and Tris, if you guys want to get around the corner, I'll open the door. Jorgen, you can just how far can you reach with that hand of yours?
Pretty damn far. I think I can get all the way to the back of the room.
All right. Just start
Maybe I
grabbing
should
stuff.
actually go ahead and measure this out. I did not realize that it's 30 feet.
Oh.
Measure distance?
Yeah, you
Okay.
got space.
Yeah, to the back of the room.
Yeah, maybe stand like here so he can't see you directly.
Oh, okay.
Tris, you want to stand by the other door just in case some sound comes from the other side? I can watch down this hallway.
All right. Aaron's gonna open the door.
And I'm immediately going to go for that sword as soon as that door opens.
And I'm gonna crouch down so I'm not like obviously just standing, not in a cage.
I don't see the door button, so I can't click it.
I clicked it. Maybe you weren't close enough to it? I don't know.
That was the issue I was having. Was these that will be fixed soon.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna grab that sword for sure.
Okay. Yeah, you reach out with your mage hand and you grab it. No issue.
Cool. So I mean everything that's in the room I can see, right?
Everything you can see from where you are, you can see.
All right, then I'm just gonna pick up the whip, the bow, the quiver, get everything in there.
Okay.
Um, I might get a little bit greedy and see if I can lift up that chest. Not working. All right, this is what we got.
So the chest, let's see. Your I think the weight limit's like what, 30 pounds?
Oh, I
It's a
think it's
10.
10.
It's
It's
real
yeah.
low.
Is it 10?
What's the
Uh-huh.
lid of a chest though?
Well, it's like an iron reinforced chest as you kind of look
Iron?
at it here.
These guys are
You
low.
could probably like let's see here. I'm gonna say you could probably just barely get it open. Yeah, so you're able to open it. Though what's going
Ooh.
on inside, it's difficult because you don't have like tactile feel with your mage hand. I think
Right.
you actually have to see what you're doing. So,
Yeah, I think like a grabber out of one of those like games. I'm pretty sure that I could just reach in there,
yeah,
hoping to grab something.
okay.
Is that worth it? Are we gonna make too much noise?
I know what it is. I mean, he hasn't said anything, so maybe
Could be
try it.
gold.
We knocked over 2 metal cages and no one came.
Say we've been pretty loud, so
All right, I'm just gonna reach in there with mage hand and see if I like just go down a little bit, grab if anything comes up.
Okay. You will be able to retrieve an item from this chest. I'm just going to need you to roll a spellcasting ability check to see how long it takes before you produce said item.
All right, what do I need to roll?
So on your character sheet, let's see here. Just roll a charisma check with your proficiency bonus. So are you
It's
proficient in any charisma skills like
Are you
persuasion or anything?
yes,
So
yes,
you can just roll a persuasion. That'll take care of it.
okay. I'm gonna do deception
Or
because
that
that's
perception.
the first.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So 15. It takes you maybe let's say 3 or 4 minutes. But you are able to get. Let me look at my notes here. Out of the chat. You pull out a boot.
One boot.
Yes.
I'm just gonna, with my mage hand, move it over to Aaron and be like, "This is for you."
It's okay. He hands you a boot. It's obviously like a woman-sized boot
right.
situation.
So either we either spend our time here playing grab game, or we start exploring. We've got weapons. I think we're good.
Has that
All right.
golem moved at all?
The golem. So you've been able to see him from your vantage point here.
Mm-hmm.
He's not moving. He's watching the mage hand like do its action and stuff, like pick up the boot, take said boot. Yeah, he has made no action thus far to stop
I
you from
feel like
moving.
we could have just gone
I
in
think we
and
could.
grabbed this stuff.
Obviously, but
Right.
I'm not gonna be the one to do that.
Guys, I think I'm just gonna run in and try to grab stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
that seems like a much better plan.
That is
Okay.
until it wakes up and tries to kill us.
I mean, I could probably slip in and out real fast if it does move. I just don't think it's going to.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna be prepared to.
Slam the door behind her when she comes running back out.
Yeah.
Another thing you have done too is you've placed the cage here. So I mean, it would at least be some kind of barricade, as he
It's true.
is
Yeah.
quite large. You've
Okay.
effectively reduced the doorway in half.
All right. So should we all just head in and go see if there's more clothing?
Nope. She says she's gonna run in and run back out.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm here to close the door when needed.
Full
Okay,
max.
but what if there's
speed.
what if there's too much? She might not be able to get it all.
I'm gonna scoop everything. Is
So
there?
you run in there, you're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna scoop out and
Taking too long.
and you look in there and there's like a couple more items than you would like there to be in this quick in and out
Is there like a
situation.
shirt to where I could just scoop it all in there and like throw it over like a hobo bag?
It's like a set of traveler's clothes that comes with a cloak.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pull out the cloak and you just kind of take a glance over at this golem. He's just looking you. He looks at the chest, then he looks back at you, and then you're just like, okay. And you
Flip
throw
him
all the
off.
stuff. You throw all the stuff in this cloak, so you do that. You get all the things out of the chest. It's empty, and you run out.
Shut the door.
Shut the door.
All right. Yeah.
Before you shut the door, you hear him start to say something about returning to his cell.
Yeah.
So
That's what we're doing. We're
have
definitely doing that.
you have acquired from your venture here one boot, which is it's like female sized boot.
I just
The
gave it to
other,
everyone.
the
Is
other
it
half.
matching? Okay.
You have one leather armor,
Ooh.
two sets of traveler's clothes, one male and one female, as far as their fitment, their sizing. And I will also say that none of this stuff that you have found in this room was actual items that belonged to any of you previously. This is just like random shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
All right. Does somebody need the armor?
I'll take it if nobody wants it.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a best benefit on you.
Yeah. No weapons. I'm guessing we didn't get any other weapons. We just have the sword and a dagger.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
he grabbed
Or
a
whip and bow.
bunch.
So the
We have a
weapons.
sword, dagger, whip, and bow.
Yeah, you have a long sword, a dagger, a whip, a bow that came with a quiver, though the quiver only has 5 arrows.
All right. So Aaron's gonna say, if no one else is using it, can I get that longsword?
Yeah, sure.
I then take the longsword.
I have no use for it. Does somebody want this bow or the whip?
I could use it all if nobody wants to use the weapons. I think we should take as many as we can.
I can use any of them, I think.
I think everybody should take at least one weapon.
All right, I'm gonna take the bow and the quiver. I think.
I've only got 5 shots with it, so whoever's gonna have it should be the most accurate.
Don't
I'm
know.
generally fairly strong. For what I used is anyone else fairly dexterous that might be best for?
I mean, I can use a bow.
So you should hold the bow, and if
Okay.
you have the bow and the dagger, that seems safe. If Triss can just lightning people,
Yeah, I can lightning people. I can flame people. I can do
yeah, I mean,
some
I
stuff.
would say one of you two probably hold on to the whip, I guess, and then you guys stand behind us while I try to keep in the
I'm
front.
gonna give it to Trish. I can stay behind you guys and do stuff behind the lines.
I'll whip some stuff.
You guys you really don't want a weapon though? Like, I mean, magic's great and all, but like,
Are you gonna use that dagger?
yeah. I mean, you can use the dagger. It's fine. Use it.
Okay. All right.
I'm also gonna take the time to put this armor on.
Okay. I'm immediately gonna find pants.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would like to put the travelers. Wait, how many travelers clothes were there?
There's one male, one female.
Yes.
Is there a cloak included in that?
Yes, each set of traveler's clothes includes pants, shirt, cloak.
No,
I'm just
with a
gonna put the cloak on and wrap it around me like a.
Well, I was gonna say you can take the clothes because I'm okay being mostly naked with the cloak. That makes me
Yeah.
that image makes me happy.
I mean, Triss, you could take the shirt and I can take the pants.
Oh, there's female. Yeah, I was saying for the
Because the
female.
shirt's
thought-
really long.
because the
so-
shirt's basically a
the
dress
armor-
for her.
Oh yeah, because I'm tiny.
Yeah.
Would the armor not give you like coverage?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will take the pants and the shirt. I will throw the cloak to Aaron and we should be good to go. But wait, where are we going?
Who's putting on the boots?
Oh.
Who's the one person who's not
Uh-oh.
going to be barefoot?
I feel like Aaron's taken the least so far.
They are
I mean,
women's.
they're women's boots, so
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
You could try them on. They might fit. Maybe you have tiny
I was
feet.
gonna say if they're women's boots, they're probably the only person they're gonna fit is Kit. Although Triss is a halfling, right?
Yeah.
You got big old halfling feet.
Well,
Yeah, like
They're
hobbits.
slightly
Okay.
larger, I
halfling
guess.
feet. You can decide how big you
No.
want your halfling feet to be.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not crazy big, people, okay?
Aaron over here being super racist.
Super feet racist. Takes a big sniff of the boot first and then hands it to you. All right.
Okay, you might be
Gross.
faster if you put boots on.
Do we want to try this corridor or that door?
Um,
The guy with the hood keeps coming out of this door.
Is it
So,
locked?
I'll try it. Oh, I don't know. So yeah, let's see. Hey, look, it made a noise.
It didn't
Means it's
open now.
locked.
It's very locked.
All right, let's try. Let's go down this pathway.
so there's definitely a door behind the golem, right?
There is, yes.
I don't
It-
have a way of getting through that just yet, so
Oh God, he's so fast.
I'm gonna keep a lookout behind us in case Golem decides he wants to follow.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't been interested so far, but
What
All right.
the hell is that?
Guys, this looks ominous.
Uh-huh.
It seems like a glowing orb of some kind.
So
oh,
I assume
you
you're
round-
whispering all this to us.
you round the corner here, and you see this strange orb that's kind of also wrapped with like this metallic housing crawling up the sides and bits of wire kind of looped around. The wire seems to run over to the wall to the east here. But the orb does appear to be pulsating with this white light.
Okay, and we think this is safer than the golem.
When you pass the threshold into this room, you see this arc of electricity spark off of this orb in the center, and what materializes is some sort of strange, small flying creature, which has like this arcing of electricity all about it. And it certainly looks as though it wants to kill you. So we are going to roll initiative here.
I'm sorry, can I call bullshit? There's 3 4s here? Mm,
I call a redo.
I call rigged.
Welcome to the dice. They giveth and they taketh away.
So, yeah, it looks like it wants to try and kill and or eat you. You've set yourself to AFK. There you go. And Aaron, at this, you were like expecting this as you were walking into the room, something like this to occur, and you're the first to act.
Okay, so looking at this, does it seem like it emanated from this thing?
Yeah, what you saw was like a bolt of lightning essentially strike in the corner of the room, like arc across, and it emerged from where that landed, where that hit.
Okay.
It came from the orb via lightning.
Hmm. The question is there one of them because there's one of me, and as more people walk in, will there be more of them? Well, I'm going to go and turn back to everybody. I'm going to say, there seems to be some kind of valve on that. Maybe if we turn the machine off, these things won't keep coming out. I'm going to hold it off while you do that. And I'm going to charge it.
Okay.
right.
Longsword!
I'm just gonna comment as he runs into battle and the cloak just catches the wind and we just see his like bare ass going into battle.
This is how I choose to live my life!
I didn't need to see that.
22 to hit?
Yeah, 22 is probably gonna hit. So yep, you hit this thing. You pull out your sword, the long sword. You two-hand it. You slash this thing. You hit him. What kind of damage are you dealing? 7 damage. All right, yeah, you slash it for 7 damage.
Just wait till somebody goes a strength-based rogue so they can get sneak attack with this extra damage boost on it.
Yeah. All right, and with that, Triss's turn. She is the second to act.
Sorry. So some sort of mechanism that I can't currently see. So I'm gonna try and move to where I can actually see some stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go over and investigate this.
You see I'll just say whenever you get to here, you
Mhm.
see this device here, and it's got 2 pillars with this kind of cable wrapped around it. You can see or hear kind of electricity kind of flowing about you here, but there is like this kind of valve, like a turning type of valve that is connecting these 2 pillars. Um, but that's he did say something about a valve, but that's really all that you see as far as anything to kind of mess with on this device.
Can I go over there and try to turn this valve?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to let you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. Then I assume I need to be there.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Mm.
And I'm gonna try and turn this.
So go ahead and first tell me which direction you're turning it. Clockwise or
Right.
counterclockwise? You're turning it.
Clockwise.
All right, you're turning it clockwise.
Yeah.
So you grab a hold of this thing, and at first it doesn't turn, but you kind of push yourself through it, and it does eventually freeze up, and you're able to start kind of cranking this thing. And for your full turn, like a full for the 6 seconds of this round, you're like turning this thing to the right,
Okay.
trying to shut this off.
Okay.
All right, and then we will go to Jorgen.
So, is there anything that we notice about the central unit? So, is it no longer like
Um,
arcing, pulsating? Is it?
as she's currently turning this valve, you could see it's kind of a little bit slow going. You don't see any effect as of yet.
I think I'm just going to enter the room so I have line of sight. I think I'm just going to hit the bad guy with Eldritch Blast.
And we'll see here. Your 10 damage. So yeah, you come around the corner here, and Aaron just kind of whizzing right past your ear here into this creature. What does this Eldritch Blast look like? What
I
is
have
this?
I've not even considered what it's going to look like. Um, I'll have to get back to you. Just a huge force of purple energy
Hmm.
uh, slamming into this creature.
Yeah, click the attack.
Oh.
There it gets
Ooh.
two.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
He's kind of blown back. He doesn't get blown very far because he's right next to this wall here. But yeah, he definitely felt the impact of that.
Is he
And
still up?
he is, though he's like kind of clutching at his side where you can see like you've just created this large wound in him, which like this electrical energy kind of seems to be spilling out of. But he is still
So
alive.
he's actually going to take an extra 2 points of damage with Genie's Wrath.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Points of bludgeoning damage. All right. Yeah. So again, it took the impact and it looks even worse now. But it is still alive.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
and then it is Kit's turn.
If I go and help her turn that thing, would it give like one last turn to turn it? That makes
Um,
sense.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're not sure. You have no way of knowing.
Well, okay, just looking at her hands, does it seem like having
She's
more hands
struggling
on
a little
that?
bit. You feel like at the rate at which she's turning it, you feel like you may be able to speed up the rate at which it is turning. Yeah,
And I'm guessing that takes an action. That takes your action.
that will take your action.
Yeah, they probably got it. I'm gonna go help.
Okay. All right, you go and you begin to help with this. And the Mephit here is going to make an attack. He is going to claw at you.
Get some. You got some.
Just one more
So
scar.
he claws at you with this like arc of electricity kind of sparking off of his claw. You're going to take 5 lightning damage. You at the start of your turn here, you're going to notice kind of the sound coming off of this orb in the center has started to quiet. It's starting to get dimmer. Something's definitely going on with it, but it is your turn, Aaron.
So with the slash, Aaron kind of like recoils from it. Then he takes the sword into like a two-handed grip and swings upward from the ground, upward in like an upward slash, like from top to bottom,
Okay.
and takes another attack.
Sure. I didn't realize you guys could see my rolls, but this is not a steam method. Hey, this is a lightning
Oh,
method.
nice.
Yeah,
Holy
you
shit,
hit.
that was awesome.
Yeah. How do you want to do this? Just as you just described, I guess. Yeah, you are going to kill it.
Nice.
So it has less HP than your modifier. And when you do, it kind of it erupts in this electrical energy as it kind of evaporates. And you hear this tink sound as this small orb falls to the ground where the Mythic was. It's probably about the size of the palm of your hand, fairly small, but it's like the small orb which also has some like electrical energy going on within it.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah, you reach over and you don't die when you touch it, and you pick it up.
Neat. So end of my turn.
And with that, you all will see as this fully powers down.
So
And that is the end of the combat.
I look at it. I look at everyone else and say, I think this thing makes those things that makes these things. I hold up the little orb.
Wait, which thing makes the orb thing? Or does the orb... Wait.
Big orb makes the little orb that makes the monster, I
No,
think is what he's saying.
So we
the
need to
big orb makes
smash...
the monster that makes the little orb.
Oh.
And I didn't understand what he said. I'm sorry.
I thought it was that way too, so it's fine.
Jorgen's gonna ignore all of this and just like stare at the wound that Aaron suffered and be like, "Are you okay?"
I look at it. I'll be better when I sleep. I hand the orb over to Jorgen. This is probably more in your wheelhouse.
Okay. What does it look like? This orb?
It's a tiny orb that's giving off light, but it's got like some sort of electrical energy going on inside of it.
Don't you think we should smash that?
I think we should maybe smash it later, but it might be useful.
But what if it makes another thing?
What if it's the key to unlocking everything to get us out?
How is a creepy thing a thing to
Uh,
a key?
My statement is just as valid as yours with the information that we have.
Look, the man wearing no pants might be onto something. This might be useful for later. Also, you guys turned this thing off, and that thing made these things, which made the other thing.
No,
I
no, no,
think.
no. These things make the other things that make this thing.
Isn't that what I
creature
said?
thing. Oh god.
Do I have pockets? Can I
should
put
we-
this somewhere?
Yeah, you have pants.
You have pants.
should
I
we-
mean, I have pockets.
Yeah, you got the pants, you got the pockets.
That's why I gave it to you.
Where was he gonna
Alright.
put it?
Of course he has pockets.
I
We
mean,
don't.
Aaron is
don't
walking
ask,
around
don't
with
tell.
two bear long swords.
we've seen all that he has. He's been running around with a cloak on. I mean, there ain't much there.
Should we make sure that
I
this
got
thing
rags.
doesn't more permanently not make more things that make things?
I think it's off, and that's not our problem anymore.
It does seem like it's somebody. Hey, have you guys seen anybody else? Like, should we be looking for other survivors? Like,
The door that you said the cloaked guy came in and out of, is that where we were taken when we were tortured?
I mean, the room up there with the magic crystals might be important.
You don't remember the
Okay.
actual travel between the green room and your cage.
Okay.
We just want to
we
make
can see.
distance.
I do want to clarify though that the masked man, you saw him coming and leaving from both directions, both that
okay.
doorway and also the way you guys are currently traveling.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. But we don't know which way we went to get tortured. Is that, or do
Correct.
we?
You do
Okay.
not know which direction.
All right, come on,
So
guys.
the floor looks different the way we're going.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
certainly seems like we didn't go this way to get tortured.
The magic crystals also look different, but
We are walking and talking. We're literally walking, what, 50 feet down this hallway?
I imagine
Have a
we're
deep-
more like creeping and then
I don't
talking.
know. The only people I've seen are Aaron, and then there were some twins.
Oh shit, we
Yeah.
gotta go back.
Yeah, those twin guys.
Wait,
Yeah.
twins as in prisoners?
Yeah. It was Abel and Adrian.
I don't remember Adrian. I remember Abel.
I don't remember either of these. Did I remember?
I had to heal Adrian a lot.
Abel
you can
helped.
heal?
Yeah, I can do lots of stuff.
So you watched this man get a huge gash across his unarmored self?
He's
No, it's
I
fine.
only do it twice.
I'm fine for now, but
That's
Oh,
true. He
like-
does seem to be into it. It's fine.
As you guys move forward here, you see as the path opens up from what was obviously kind of like a man-made type of structure into a more natural-looking cave structure. The ceiling raises abruptly in here, and you can also see these large rocks emanating the strange, pulsating, glowing light that are sticking up out of these pools of water.
I don't like pulsating lights.
pulsating lights are the same as all the other lights.
Well, I mean, the last one spawned a thing that spawned an orb.
You're
And
not
that
wrong.
spawned a gash across your person.
That does it does bleed. Luckily for this cloak, though, as he like pushes the cloak against the wound.
Ooh, that can't
I'd
be
like to
Santa Day.
imagine that whatever string is holding the cloak closed was cut in the process. So you're just like free balling. Just
He's got it tied around his waist now, like a toga almost, and it's like
Nice.
holding the wound, like also keeping it from bleeding. But you can see like there's a little bit of blood coming through the cloth.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna want to do something about that.
Can I check for tracks to see if there's like tracks through this place? Like, would this place make sense that someone could track through here?
So you're looking for tracks. Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that survival. 11. So it's strange, right? You're going to you're kind of getting down low, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at the
Legs spread wide.
yeah, legs spread wide, obviously facing away from the party. Luckily, but as you're getting down there, you're like looking for tracks. You can see like the sand itself is like wisping around, like the dirt is kind of wisping around and like moving, like it stopping you from doing what you're doing.
Well, that's not helpful.
Well,
right.
they did talk about twins. Should we go back and look for them?
Well, there's nothing back unless we can get through that door.
I mean, we could get through a door. We got through giant cages.
Were
but
there any keys left over that would have worked on that door?
we didn't try.
Right,
We
but
did not try.
You know that you had a number of keys,
There's a
and
door
each
right
key
here.
worked for.
I think there was one key per. There's a different key per cage.
Right. So I'm wondering if you had way more keys than cages.
I didn't count.
Do you not still have them?
Did
I
you
don't
just
remember how
drop
many
them?
pages there were.
Just all right. We're done with this shit.
Where would I be holding keys? On my key ring on the front of me?
You put him over your sword. The sword's just like hanging on to it.
All right, everybody, let's go back. Look at the door.
There's a door right here.
Is there?
There is a door right there.
I
Looks
don't
like a
see.
door.
Yes, there is a door here.
Well,
Use your keys.
I try the door. Is it locked?
It's locked.
I'm gonna
I try
run
all
back
the
and
keys
get the
to your
keys. Oh, you have the keys?
I pull them out from behind me.
Where was he keeping them?
Prison pocket.
I'm sorry
Nobody
that I
else
asked.
touched the keys.
Prison pocket.
All right. You try the lubricated key first, and it's not the right one. You kind of go through checking the keys, and it doesn't appear to be that there is the correct on the.
All right, these are useless. I toss them to Kit.
Ooh, I don't
Oh.
grab them.
Oi.
Um,
I
Here's
don't
the
know what to do with this.
all right. What
You
is your
guys have
goal?
actual pockets. Maybe
Everyone,
put them in your pockets.
what are your goals here? Are we trying to get out? Are we trying to rescue others? Like, what are your guys' plan? Because I personally
both of those
would like
things.
to get out, but if I can't see, I'm not going to go looking for people to help in here unless we know they're there. So my vote is to keep moving forward to try to find a way out of here.
I mean, but they saw them. They saw these people in here and they were prisoners being tortured.
Yeah, but they weren't next to us.
Right
Well,
this
they
moment.
were. They just weren't when we woke up today.
So that means he probably has them wherever he tortures us. If
Have
he
you-
came from
That's most
directions,
likely.
if he came from both directions, that means we have an equal chance on either side to find them either direction we go.
You both saw these twins? Because I don't remember seeing them.
Do I remember seeing twins?
I don't think I
I
remember.
spoke to one of them. He pointed
remember-
out his brother. I don't think I ever spoke to him. There's a lot of drugs involved. I don't,
Drugs.
but I know for sure.
I mean, even if they aren't still here, we can't. You can't just live with the thought that they could have been here. We left prisoners behind.
Oh. Yeah, there were two twin brothers that I saw.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm saying let's keep moving. So far, so good. If we go the other direction, we don't like for all we know, we're going this direction and they're behind that pathway over there. And he points over to the northwest.
But we know for a fact that guy came from the door.
But he also came from this side.
He passed through both.
Yeah, so we know he came through both sides.
Well, wouldn't he be behind this locked door?
Maybe, but we don't have the key to it. Can you pick it?
I could try.
Does
I could give
anyone
it a
actually
try.
know how to pick locks?
I
Done it
don't.
before. Yeah. I don't have anything to like do that with.
You could take the key ring and try to use that. Not like the keys, but the key ring.
I
Try
just
to
feel like
use
we're
a
working on
key of
borrowed time right
similar
now.
size to bump key it. Would that work?
Freaking
We've
fine.
had a lot of good luck so far, so we need to be careful.
Yeah.
The fact that there's no one here and we've only come across one thing we've had to fight, of which was a byproduct.
I want to try to use the key ring to see if I can get this door open. I don't know how to do it if I'm proficient. Well, I'm proficient with thieves' tools, but I don't think we have thieves' tools, right?
No, we don't
do.
have thieves' tools. We just have a key set.
Okay.
I'm proficient in kicking doors.
They've got to have the key here somewhere, or else this door would be
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
probably on whoever's here.
Maybe you locked it behind them.
Is this a double door situation?
There's another corridor over here that has no keys.
How do you know that? Has
I'm
no
standing
lock?
in front of it.
And you know for a fact it has no lock?
Yeah, because you can walk through it.
A game paused. Is JD
We're all
on
gonna
mute?
die.
You guys-
no.
As you guys approach the stairs here,
Oh, boy.
the earth around you, like the loose dirt and sand, kind of starts to spin around you, lifting up on a breeze that isn't there. And over a couple of moments, you see emerge before you, out of the dirt, this large, strange-looking creature that has like sand for legs. Maybe what you've heard, like a genie may sound or may look like. And none of you recognize this genie. You've
I
never
raised my
met him
sword in
before.
defense.
You do that.
Can I drag Jorgen? Like, can I like grab Jorgen and just kind of whip him behind me?
Yeah, you try that. Sure.
I'm definitely going to resist this and attempt to lower your sword.
Yeah. All right. Opposing. Do your stuffs.
So am I doing strength? Am I
If
doing
you-
dexterity to try to break
Acrobatics.
free of his?
Well, if you're trying to like lower his keep him from raising his weapon. It's going to be opposing strength, and you will accomplish both goals.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it, but
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Ooh.
yeah,
uh,
you take 1 point of psychic damage
but
as
shit,
you.
I'm
Oh.
gonna use lucky.
Okay, all right,
I'm gonna use
Oh.
one of my 3 luckies.
all right.
Getting lucky.
All right, so I've got 2 left. This is a bad idea.
That's terrible. I love it.
Woo! Okay.
All right, so
Uh-oh.
yeah, you're trying. You're neither able to keep him from raising his weapon nor keep him from kind of pushing you behind him here. As this genie kind of twirls around and ends up facing you with this kind of maniacal laugh as all of this is going on, which echoes throughout the chamber. He kind of looks down at the weapon and he just says, "Really?"
I'm holding it defensively. It's like, hey, it's what I got.
That if you would stand aside for but just a moment here,
Do
I
I
have.
recognize the voice?
You do not.
Okay.
He says, "I suffer a terrible curiosity about this one," and he points at Jorgen.
Are you going to harm him?
No, in fact, I was going to help you if you had taken any longer escaping. Oh,
Oh.
I might have. I
I
might
just
not.
just the sword just kind of drops. He goes, oh,
Yeah.
all right.
She's just gonna
Um,
believe it.
Who are you? And what do you want of me?
He just takes a seat on these kind of large stair-like structures in the sand. And he says, "I am the great genie Attica." And he like raises his arms and waits for a moment for like applause. You're not sure what.
So if he does that and like he looks around, Aaron looks around and just kind of like lightly does a little.
Yeah, there you go. He nods in approval. Like, yes, this is what I was waiting for.
I'm gonna do like a thumbs up. Like,
I'm gonna
cool.
roll my
I'm gonna
eyes.
do that like rolling hand motion, like I'm trying to like speed him along, and
Yes. Well, you see, I was going to help you, maybe, if you had taken any longer, but merely I just want to satiate my curiosity about this mortal that would be protege to my kin. So, if you would humor me by answering me a question, then perhaps I can give you some assistance.
I lean over and I answer. I lean over to Jorgen and I kind of whisper to him before he asks the question. I say, the answer is probably a man. That's always what the riddle is.
a man.
Yeah,
You think it's gonna be a riddle?
probably.
All right. And then I'm just gonna wait for the question.
All right, yeah, you wait, and like it's kind of like an awkward amount of time for him to get the point, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Then here is my hypothetical question. You and your sibling are captured and locked in separate cells, unable to communicate. The mage responsible appears and speaks. He explains his sadistic game. In each cell, there is a magical button. If you press your button and your sibling does not, you will die. But your sibling will go free. If your sibling presses the button and you do not, they will die and you will go free. If neither of you presses the button, both of you will die. If both of you press the button, you both will die. What would you do?
How close of siblings are we? Like, do we grow up together? I have an answer. But wait, you're
And then
being asked the question. So you answer the question.
at the very end, though, he also adds, and the mage tells you that you have one turn of the hourglass to decide your action. Then he leaves.
So what's the consequence of not pressing buttons at all?
You both die.
Yeah, if neither press the button, you both die.
This is a no-win situation.
Uh-huh.
Aaron says, I think I have an answer.
I don't think it's a man. I don't think that's.
When you start like jabbing him, like, hey, I think I got it. He points at you and he snaps his fingers, and you don't have a mouth anymore.
There is no right answer to this.
What? You press the button, obviously.
And let your brother die?
No, if you press the button, you're the only one that would die.
Oh, and your brother would go free. Yeah, okay. Sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, obviously.
That does seem to be the only option. All right. Aaron's trying to tell me something. Trades it for me. I'm not getting it, and I'm just gonna like turn to the genie and I say I press the button.
All right. He strokes his long beard for a moment, and he snaps his fingers again, returning Aaron's mouth to him. He says, "Interesting. Well, no action can be performed without consequences, especially that which follows the noble path. So deal with this, noble one." And he twirls around as the sand picks up again, and he vanishes. And in his place emerges a creature.
The weird
Says,
part was I didn't have teeth either. That was the weirdest part.
That is weird.
It's this very tall, hairy, monstrous creature, and it looks for a moment just as confused as you. Before raising its spear and moving to attack, you all will need to roll your initiative.
I could be wrong, but I think that was the wrong choice.
All right, Aaron. Again, you were just ready for this. You just somehow knew something like this was going to happen, and you were the first to act again.
Question. So this creature, he looks obvious. He looks confused at first, right? You said,
Yes.
but then he said, but then like he's just like charging at us.
Yes, he definitely looks like he is going to attack. You would recognize this creature as a bugbear, which are just inherently evil creatures that you probably would not be able to communicate with, even if you
So
wanted
I'm
to.
just gonna try to sort him.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna move and sword.
Yep, 17. You sort him. Go ahead and roll the damage. All right. Yeah, he takes so basically swiftly, kind of before he really has a chance to understand what's happening, other than he wants to kill you, you rush forward and you slash him in the gut with your sword here. And he is going to retaliate in kind by trying to stab you with a spear.
Get some.
Now you want a cat. Okay.
18. Is 18 hit?
Absolutely.
I'm guessing it does with your rag state. So he is going to pierce you for 7 piercing damage.
Your boy's down to 1.
And then he just growls at you and looks very satisfied with himself. Jorgen, it's your turn.
Oh boy. All right. As a bonus action, I am going to use Hex, which I think is a bonus action.
Okay.
And then as my actual action, I am going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Phew. I know that looked like a hit, but that's because he held up his shield and blocked it. So your Eldritch Blast is ineffective.
Well, shysta.
That's
And
bad.
that is all.
Sounds
Hit.
pretty cool.
It is your turn.
Phew, okay. Go here so you can get a line. Let's use this bow. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that hits just as the animation showed correctly. Go and roll damage. 7. Yeah, so you hit this thing like in the side of like his meaty like neck area as he's standing up here above Aaron for 7 points of damage. He winces in pain. And he looks very injured after that as blood starts pouring from the wound. Chris, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move so I can see. I'm gonna bonus action healing word Aaron because he's not looking too great.
Okay.
Having a bad time. But although Aaron is having a great time, it seems.
Yeah, it's not adding your wisdom.
Yeah, so it's a +3, so it's 4.
4.
Then Aaron, it is your turn again.
I still have an action.
Oh, your action. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
She said that with authority. That was
yeah, I did. I'm gonna sacred flame this dude.
Sacred Flame. All right, just gonna roll a dexterity saving throw. He rolls a 9 and fails to save, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And roll damage. 5 damage. Yes, as he's lit with this holy fire, burning his patches of hair. He howls in pain. And Aaron, it is your turn to kind of take initiative from this opening you've been given.
Does this fire like spawn from her, or is it just spawned on the bugbear himself?
It
Good
it
question.
whips up from around him.
Okay.
So that's the dex save for Sacred Flame.
No.
Oh, actually, no. It descends on him. It says.
Yeah.
She can
Okay.
have it be however she wants her sacred flame to be. All right.
True.
How does
Yeah,
your
How do
sacred
you want
flame
it?
look?
Tell me your flame. How sacred is it?
It's super sacred. It's like
Hmm.
a golden light, and then he just
Yep.
just like that.
yeah,
Just
golden
Like a
light from
metaphor.
above. Yeah,
Religion is bad.
exactly.
Just as you've always known.
All right. So Aaron's gonna say, "That one hurt. I want to make sure you don't get a next one, but just in case." You hear you. So Jorgen, you're the closest. You would hear as like it sounds from Aaron as like almost like bones crack, and he like grows a little bit, and you can see as hair begins to sprout up like down his arms and back and over his body as he becomes bestial.
Oh, frack.
So that is, I get 8 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna hit him. And yeah, your modifier is enough. To how do you want to do this with your
Yeah,
bestial
so
form?
it is a vicious attack. So I did damage with my with the regular attack, or so it wasn't two-handed, it was one-handed because the other hand grabbed onto him by the shoulder, and I just shoved the sword up through under his ribs so it comes out the back of his neck. And I just like ripped the sword out, and it just like it sprays everywhere. And Aaron just proceeds to kick him and punch him into the ground.
Gross.
And then he stands up, and you can see that after a couple seconds, the like size increase and like fur that has kind of like recedes, and Aaron's just sitting there like on one knee, just panting.
Yeah, even as you return back to normal, the like shock of horror is gonna remain on Jorgen's face as he witnessed this monstrosity firsthand.
And after a second, Aaron kind of catches his breath and goes, "Oh, all right. So we're moving forward."
We're not gonna talk about what just happened.
After a moment, after you've slain the beast, more sand and dirt picks up, kind of whirling around.
Not again.
And you hear a voice that says, "Well done. You can deal with the consequences of your actions. In return for your indulgence, I offer advice. Seek out Relev. He awaits for one such as you. Offer him the release that he craves, and you shall find that focus of your journey shall soon become apparent.
Relive?
Farewell." And then he's gone.
Where do we find him?
Probably somewhere within this facility. All right, so we should probably move forward.
What
Yes.
what you notice is that this creature does not vanish. And looking down upon it, you can see that he is wearing some items which you might find useful.
I
Uh,
will.
let's see.
Is he,
See
or they've been damaged beyond repair?
He's wearing some damaged chainmail armor. He has a wooden shield, a spear, and a dagger that's kind of in a sheath on his belt. No boots, unfortunately. Most of you will go barefoot.
I'm gonna grab up that chainmail and shield.
All right.
I'll take the
It will
dagger.
take some time. It will
How do you
take you
guys-
probably
How do
about.
you all go on?
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How do all you feel about taking a quick rest while we get this stuff in order? I think I could use a breather.
I mean, if you want to take a minute to put that on, and I can run back to that door.
Which door?
Well, I mean, I think the first door, or I guess the second door, the closest door, and try to open
Okay,
it.
so the first door was the door with the golem. The second door was behind
This
the golem.
door right
The
here.
third door was
That
the
one.
door
I'm
in the
pointing
chamber.
at the door.
And then,
the door in this room.
The door is
all right.
locked, though.
So, are you the only one that can use that armor and shield?
Anyone want? Yeah, I mean,
Just decided.
if someone else wants it, but I seem to be the one standing in front taking the most hits. So
Yeah, that's true.
It's also by choice.
That is also
I
true.
don't see anyone else running up.
And don't get me wrong, I would be glad to see less of you.
I can promise you this will probably chafe, though.
I did not need to.
It will chafe.
With all that blood, like
You're
you're covered in. I mean,
yeah, but the blood dries and gets sticky.
I'm gonna take this dagger while you guys are talking about that.
Please do. I already have one as I hold it with like 2 fingers. I'm like, I'm good.
Does the damaged chain shirt, have any negatives on it?
No, it will function normally, though it will take you about 15 minutes to remove it from him, just as per the rules of D&D.
Yep. What's the short rest?
10 minutes.
So can 10 of those 15 be short rest?
For anyone not removing the chainmail from, yeah.
Okay. Can I say over to Tristan? Can you guys get the chain off him? I need to take a quick rest.
I mean, yeah.
All right. I just
I
go over
guess.
and just lay on the floor.
Lay there.
All right.
Anyone taking the spear? Does anyone know
I
how
will
to
not.
use the spear?
Everyone literally left it there, so
Oh. I mean, if nobody's using it, I just take it. I mean, we should take all the weapons.
Right, yeah, someone's gonna take it.
I'm gonna use my hit dice for my short rest.
Sure. And I will say though, as you kind of lay there, you plop over after undergoing this extremely strenuous physical whatever that was. You immediately feel like extremely thirsty, like thirstier than you've been in quite a while.
No, I drink from this water.
Yeah, okay, so you just lean over and you're just like, I'm gonna drink from this water.
Dear God.
That seems like a bad idea.
Is that clean enough for you to like drink from?
Probably. I've drank worse.
He's drinking it already, he says with a full mouth of water. So yeah, like before checking it, you go ahead and you start drinking. And the water tastes actually amazing. It's like the best water you've ever tasted in your life. And immediately you feel like you don't need to take a short rest.
Oh, all right.
As you gain the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, all right. So the same repercussions as the short rest. Oh no, I get my thing back. Yeah.
So do we witness his like wounds healing magically from this?
Absolutely, you totally would. So it's kind of
difficult. Look down. I look down at my wounds magically healing from this water. After you guys are like, "Is you sure that's good?" I go, "This is the best goddamn water I've ever drank in my life."
All right. Well, after getting the blood-soaked armor off of this, what remains of this bugbear, and handing it off to Aaron, I assume my hands are covered in blood. I'm just gonna wash them in some water.
You do that.
I'm glad I drank that before you put that in there.
Is there any way that I have a vessel that I could like wash my hands without contaminating all of it?
You go to a different pool, but that's about it.
There's a couple pools around here.
Yeah.
Does washing my hands give me any of these effects?
What I will say is that it feels real nice.
Okay.
But that's about it.
I'm gonna go to a different pool and drink some of it.
All right. You do that, and you feel immediately refreshed. You feel better than you felt since your capture, as you gain the benefits of a long rest. Not only that, but like all of the lingering kind of weakness that you felt mostly evaporates.
Oh, I'm
With
just saying. It feels
having
real
y-
good, guys.
Having used a different pool to wash my hands, I'll partake as well.
All right, and yeah, you experience the same.
I just went up 5 AC.
5 AC? What?
I
Oh,
feel so good.
Yeah, the
Feel real
armor.
good right now, guys.
right. I
Hey,
forgot
can
about the
I
armor.
try to open this door with my dagger?
We
My
literally cannot see you. It's so weird.
yeah.
Yeah, you can
Right,
certainly try it.
power of nudity.
Uh, yeah, you could certainly try. You do try and you fail. You're unable to pick the lock with your dagger.
Can I hit the door? Well, it's a double door, right?
It
I
is.
try and break the door.
Okay.
Try and break the door. Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
help with that.
I'm gonna sit over here on these stairs while they do that.
And
I
I'm
imagine
gonna
I'm
ask if
doing
there's
this
anything
while
down that corridor.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the bugbear chunks out of this chainmail.
Ugh,
I imagine we're
I
doing this while he's getting chainmail on,
Do
because
you think lightning would destroy a door?
oh, I was just gonna kick it.
I mean, yeah, we'll try that first. I'm just asking.
Do it. You won't.
I don't want to start a fire.
Well,
Uh,
we'll try physical violence first. I'm just,
I
you
I've
know,
know.
it's
seen
worth
what
a
she
try.
can do with fire. It's fairly effective.
That wasn't lightning, though.
Yeah,
But
but she said start a fire.
lightning starts fires.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not do that. I'm gonna kick the door.
okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw my shoulder into it.
So you guys are going to kick and punch at this door. It is a reinforced door, which feels like it is extremely sturdy. You feel like with even like the full force of your entire group, you may not be able to break it down. It feels quite strong. It doesn't give at all.
This is where everything is.
I mean, I feel like we have an open pathway right here we can go through.
Yeah, with the genie that pops in, that seems safe.
Yeah, he's already gone. Look, I just start stepping back and forth.
But it
You up-
seems like the genie was here for Jorgen. I don't know that he was related to that spot necessarily.
I don't know him.
But
I've never met this genie before.
should we
He
go
seems
back
to
to
know
the
you.
should we go back to the other door then?
But the thing is, so here's the thing. We have two unknowns currently. We have the door that we passed in the back there,
Mm-hmm.
and we have this open passageway next to us. We have no idea what's on either side of those, but this way we know we don't have a locked door.
Yeah, but didn't he say he came in to see what was taking us so long to get out, so that's probably the way out?
Maybe.
No, he's a genie. I'm assuming he was watching us and appeared magically.
I mean, I guess we can go this way. I just feel like we're gonna have to turn around and come back.
I'd rather.
So, do you want to try the door that was in our cell?
Yeah, I mean, I could just run back real quick.
I'm going with you, taking the
I'd
keys
rather
with us.
expend all of our resources on this in this direction, but if you guys really want to go that way, we can.
I
All
can't
right, so
leave them
We
here.
don't have.
Kit and
do not
I
feel like we have
run
unlimited
back and try literally all of the keys that we have with us. Does anything unlock that door?
No, none of those keys are for that door.
Does
Wait,
it look like it's
actually no, I'm sorry. One of those keys is for that door.
this door back here?
Yeah,
Oh,
the one
it's
back
not.
there. Let's see here.
Hmm.
Let's go ahead and open that door.
Okay.
All right.
But
So
when you enter, all you find is there's like a very small room, with a raised bit in the floor and some sort of magical circle. That
I
is all
assume
that you found in this room.
we're gonna come take a look because it's
Sure.
worth.
Go for it.
All right, so that's it. That's all that's in here.
Yeah, it's very
What?
So it's a raised circle. Is there any?
And we haven't seen the room that we were taken to be tortured in, right?
Is it this room?
hold on, let me. Yeah,
Is anybody smart on our side?
Is there like any symbols or any like?
yeah. There is a magic circle
I poke it.
other. I mean, there are symbols within it. Would you like to make an Arcana check to?
I would like to make an Arcana check.
Okay.
It's not gonna be good, but
Are
what's
are
the
you
worst that could...
are you proficient?
I think
I
you're our only
am.
hope.
You are?
I am.
Okay, yeah, go for it. See what you get here. Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh,
roll.
all right.
Yeah. So I mean, you've studied some magic. You didn't get a grasp of everything that was trying to be taught to you, but you know enough to recognize that this is some sort of teleportation circle. Though you don't know how to activate it.
Do I have enough knowledge to know that? Well, I guess you answered that already. Do I have enough knowledge to know what activates it?
So you would know that you either need to cast a certain spell, uh, which knowing the various symbols on the circle was essentially the location of it, or at times there are items which act as a key to open kinds of portal. But those are the only two ways you know of.
You want to touch it with that orb you got there?
I completely forgot I had that orb. But if I touch it with the orb and I'm standing on the circle, doesn't that mean that I'm going to leave all of you behind?
Maybe.
What if we all stand in the circle?
All right.
Well,
Is that possible?
we
Can we do that?
still haven't found these
Yeah.
missing the other two prisoners, though.
We also don't know whether or not this is going to work. And
If they're still
I-
alive or still here. I'm currently trying to make sure I get out alive.
All right, you all stand on the circle. I'll stay.
all right. If so, does the orb react to this at all? Like,
No, there's no change in the orb.
okay, then I'm gonna like, do I know enough to know this ain't it?
Just given the nature of the two things in front of you, you would think that you would see some sort of reaction.
Do I
Uh,
know about the symbols on the floor? If I damage them, will this no longer function?
Um, let me think here. I'm not sure.
Okay,
Because
then I'm not.
this is
I'm
a
not gonna mess
permanent.
with it because
Uh, you may need to use it later, right? You don't know.
exactly that's where I'm at. It's like I kind of want to disable it, but I don't know enough not to completely destroy it.
Yeah.
Um, all right, and I feel like Robert would know that the door behind the golem and the door that we were trying to open might lead to the same place.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just given their location, that seems possible.
All right, I'm gonna get close to this golem.
Okay.
We
I'm gonna
still
see
have a like path we have not checked.
Yep.
We do, I know, but that leads the opposite direction of these doors.
But we don't know what either direction leads to.
I mean, if there's a chance that
They're guarding this
Babel,
section so heavily, though.
Yeah, so but the thing is we may need to find another way in that's not through the guarded section. My thoughts are we now have a goal. We need to go find what's his face? Relive.
yeah, the guy who gave us that tried to kill us.
Did
He didn't try to kill us.
almost
He
kill
tried to
you.
test us. Because I feel like if you wanted to kill us, he could have done it himself and not just drop a bugbear on us.
That's true.
Yeah. Seemed like kind of a mediocre attempt to kill people.
So my thoughts are we should find like the more we're exploring, the stronger we're getting, the more stuff we're finding.
Yeah, say that to your new scar.
And it blends in with the rest. But I also am wearing armor finally, so fighting things with nudity was only semi-effective.
All right, so we're headed down this hallway.
Guess so.
All right. You
Um,
do that.
did that door open in or out? The one that led to the teleporter?
The door opened into the room with the cages. It swung that direction.
Feel like I would have blocked that off with one of the cages.
Sure.
Okay.
You could have done that.
Oh, a door.
I got 2 doors.
2 doors.
I see 2
One over here.
hallways.
Well, that's
One
a
over here.
hallway. This is an actual
There's a
door.
door at the end of the hallway.
Is this? I don't know how to ping
Oh.
thing. Oh,
As you open this door and you all look in and see this glowing green light, I'm gonna need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
Who opened it?
It
Is
was
my
me. I'm
question.
sorry. I was like, yeah, I was just
Uh,
open the door.
saving throw.
Did not do well. Guess
All
who's
right.
gonna
Ooh.
kill you all?
So, Aaron, as you look into this room and you see this pod before you,
Oh yeah.
you immediately recognize it as the pod that you were once inside. As you start to have like these flashbacks of your torture, you basically fall to your knees and you start to feel extreme pain as though like reliving part of the incident. This is only a momentary thing and it passes after about 30 seconds, but it is extremely uncomfortable and
Just
unpleasant.
Yeah,
close.
Aaron has like a PTSD attack and just like falls to the ground and like puts his head between his knees and just like rocks there back and forth for a second.
Whoopsies.
I'm not going in there again.
The rest of you,
You can't make me go in there again.
Wait, is that so? Do the rest of us recognize this as the place where the torture took place?
you do recognize it and you feel like mild discomfort from looking at it, but only just because of like the memories that you have.
Uh,
I feel like my character is motivated to find Abel. I think that I would push through that, check the room to make sure that Abel isn't in there.
It's unlocked.
I just closed it. I'm gonna guide Aaron like up a little, like up here a little bit, so he doesn't have to look in.
Yeah, he's
I'll
gonna
go
go.
in.
He said I was useless.
No,
I'm
you're,
not going in there.
you're obviously not useless. You've been useful all day.
When you enter into the room, you do in fact see the pod, but now you're kind of looking at it, and it looks as though he was standing about like right here, kind of looking to you and talking to you, while he was messing with this control panel here to cause you pain. But what you're now seeing is these other very similar pods within this room that you did not notice from your other time spent.
If we look into those pods, do we see anything?
You can see like you could see that there are there are people inside. Um as you kind of go looking from one to one, you can kind of make out uh the figures. None of them are the person that you're looking for. Another thing you notice as you go from each of these pods is that in the center, in front of it, there appears to be like this large hole um, for something to be socketed, but it's just empty.
I
Um,
don't recognize any of these people. Do they look like they're alive?
they don't. It is difficult to tell. They don't show signs of decomposition, though they're not moving.
And I don't see Adrian either.
You do not.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Abel's not in there. There are people inside capsules, but I don't know who they are.
Do you think
Break
they?
them. Let them die. They'd prefer it to what was happening to them.
Probably
Yeah, it
true.
doesn't seem like they're dying in there. I
Okay.
don't even know if they're alive in there.
I think he's right on this one though. I think we break them out, and if they live, they live.
Destroy the machine so he can't torture anyone else again.
Yeah.
Is there any indication on how we could make that happen? I mean, is
Shoot.
there anything that we can intuit from how the machine works?
So what you see before you is various wires coming off of each of these pods and going up to the wall. And then there's like neatly tied kind of ribbons like on the wall, kind of leading all of these towards this control panel here. You don't recognize, like what any of these controls would do. I will also say that these are made of some sort of glass. So if you're thinking about destroying them, your immediate attention would probably be drawn to the control panel, the wires, or the glass housing. But yeah, you think like that should do something. It's there for a reason.
My dagger is not going to get through that, I don't think. I
Here-
could blast it, but
Blast it.
all right. So the one that's over, ooh, can I
Well-
target? No, I can't target environments.
If you blast
They
it, though, you
can.
could probably hurt them, right?
You can blast that. You can shoot cantrips at anything.
Right,
doesn't
but
have
I can't target it. My question is, do I target the capsules themselves containing the people or the control panel?
I think the control panel.
Yeah.
Control panel seems like what would be used to do anything.
Done deal. I'm gonna hit a Eldritch Blast at that control panel.
All right. You do that. Go ahead and cast your spell. See what kind of damage you deal to this thing. Yeah.
So
14.
I don't know if an
Oh.
attack roll is needed.
No.
I'm still
geez.
like targeting elsewhere.
Wow. That hits.
Do I just do damage?
Yeah, just roll some damage here. 2 damage.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you hit it, and you like partially break the thing, and you see like sparks and electrical bits coming out of it. The light in the room kind of starts to flicker before coming back to being stable.
I don't know if
Hit it again.
if I hit with
Also-
an attack roll, then Genius Wrath will do an extra 2 damage.
Sure. And you'll do that extra 2 damage. But I will say though, when these lights kind of begin to flicker and all of this is going on, from the pod immediately closest to you, you can swear that you hear the sound of like muffled like screaming in agony, as though like the creature or the person is in extreme pain. But as the lights kind of stable out and everything, like it stops.
I don't know if what I'm doing is helping. Do I hit it again?
I don't know.
I feel like
You
we,
would have been the only one that heard this because it was actually quite muffled.
we should try
Uh,
to... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I feel like we should try to get them out before we continue to try to break the machine.
Then I'm definitely gonna need some help in here with that.
Aaron, you good?
I'm not going in there.
I know,
But
but
I'm
are
good.
you good if I go in there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
So, standing in front of it, is there any like indication of openings or anything that I can?
Yeah, there does appear to be a seal kind of on the front, like it lifts open, kind of like a treasure chest. One thing also that I will point out is these pods are actually full of liquid, whereas the one that you guys were in had gas in it. I don't know how important that is, but I just felt like I would mention it. But yeah, there does appear to be some sort of seam that you could maybe wedge something in, like a pry bar or something, to try and break it open.
Well, I got a dagger.
You also have a spear.
Oh, I got a spear we're not using.
That seems like it might give you more leverage.
I'll help you try to leverage the thing open.
Let's go. What do I... Does strength, I'm guessing?
So yeah, you shove the spear in there, and I'm guessing you're kind of like trying to use the leverage here, and you're trying to
Yeah.
break this open.
Mhm.
And as you do, the tip of the spear just shatters.
Yeah.
The metal that was used to make the spear probably was not of the best quality.
Fucking bugbear.
So, are we aware that it was the spear that was weak and not the canister that was super freaking strong?
You would be, I imagine someone would be, just given like the Iron Crisis and the stories you've heard of kind of metal failing, you may feel like maybe that is a result of that. Though you are left with a quarterstaff instead of a spear. So.
It's useless stick now. Toss it over my shoulder.
You do that.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna pick that up. We might need this later.
I'm trying to open it, I guess, without the spear.
I'm
Okay.
gonna hand the dagger over. Try this.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at these two daggers that we have. Which one looks more sturdy?
Good point.
The one that we got from
Uh,
the bugbear or the one from the
so basically the problem with this iron shortage situation is that people didn't even know that it was going on for a while because it's just from looking at it you can't tell. It's only until like you put it under strain that you find out how strong the metal is. So looking at the two, they're indistinguishable as
Yeah.
far as the quality of the metal.
I'll use his dagger then.
Okay. Yeah. So you shove it in there. Go ahead and roll a athletics for me.
Athletics.
13. Yeah. So you're going, and you feel as the dagger kind of starts to like bend, starts to give, and you don't think that it's strong enough to open this thing.
Yeah, maybe there's like a button or something that could open this thing. Surely this isn't how they open this. I'm gonna go look at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a
Yeah, there's
button?
lots of buttons there.
Any of them labeled open?
No, none of them are labeled.
Yeah. Okay.
You start pressing buttons.
I have a better idea. Should we just cut these cables?
I mean, sure.
It can't send cause them pain signals if there's no cable to send it, right?
Maybe? You should try it. Let's see.
I'm gonna cut these cables.
Okay. Yeah, so you go to this one right here, and the cables that are kind of coming off of it and going towards the wall, you kind of loop them around this dagger and you start like this sawing motion as you're kind of cutting through these cables. And I mean it's tough, but you do it. You cut the cable, and almost immediately you can see as the lights on this canister go out, and there's just darkness inside from which is emitting like this horrible sound of pain and agony, and also
Fuck.
like bumping, strange bumping sounds. This lasts for I don't know, probably a good 30 seconds before it
Well,
ceases.
before it even
Uh-huh.
stops, I'm gonna start hitting the glass.
Start hitting the glass?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As soon as it starts, Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna hit the glass.
All right. You guys start. She's hitting the glass. You're eldritch blasting it. You can see. It does take a little bit. It starts first as a crack. But then it does eventually just kind of explode as you. It fails. And yeah, the glass breaks inward, and there's water. And if you do this kind of while this violence, give this horrible sound becomes louder, and like this human woman kind of sticks her head out, and she's just flailing her arms, and yeah, she doesn't look happy with what's going on.
Is she actually human? Is there anything that can tell us that she's otherworldly or anything?
She appears to be human, just like a normal human.
I'm gonna pull her out
Yeah,
and
so
try to
it's
make sure she doesn't get like glass all over her.
sure. She gets cut, just a little bit, but you do pull her out. She's fully nude. She's just soaking wet with this slimy green liquid. Um, and yeah. Uh,
When the screaming stopped, is she dead?
yes, and the scream was actually ongoing. We kind of had to retcon that a little bit throughout the time she was pulling her out. But by the time you do get her out, she does go limp, and the screaming stops.
Tris, heal her.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying
Okay.
to at least stabilize her.
Okay, yeah. So you do this, you cast Spare the Dying, and then you kind of, you give a check, um, as you're trained to do, and yeah, I mean, she's stable, she's alive.
Oh,
That's one. Um,
Yeah, I can't heal all of these people, guys. But I can
well,
stabilize all of them when we get them out.
I think the next one we should just try pulling out
Can't we pull them back to that pool thing
Ooh, good idea.
with the water?
I think we should start with this one.
Uh,
So I'll grab one end, somebody else grab the
I'll
other
grab
end,
the
and we'll
other.
yeah, I can
carry her
carry her.
back. All right, then the three of us are gonna carry her back to the pool.
But before we do that,
Uh-huh.
do we want to just try taking out the next person without cutting the cables first?
Let's see if we can get this person stable and see.
Well, she's not dying anymore. She's
Yeah,
fine.
we can set her outside with Aaron.
Yeah, but she
Maybe
might
Aaron
know.
can go get her some water.
She might know something about how this stuff works. We don't know.
Just like we know how it works. I mean,
We
we've all
weren't
been
held in
here.
these tanks.
I was in that gas one over there.
Yeah.
But what if the thing they tried to do to us was to give powers to these people?
Give them powers?
They tried to take stuff from me. I don't know. I kept getting hit with lightning. It hurt a lot.
Jesus.
I
But
don't remember any lightning.
It felt like lightning. I don't know.
definitely didn't have any lightning. Let's get her out into the hallway at least.
All right. So we'll move her into the hallway.
Hey, Aaron. We got one.
Oh,
We need you to watch over this naked lady. You think you could help us break some people out of some tubes?
I'm
No,
not going to that
he's
room.
fine. He doesn't have to go in there. It's fine.
Okay.
I take what's left of the cloak that I was wearing earlier, and I kind of go, I here to her.
She's not gonna wake up.
Yeah, she hasn't motioned to take it or anything.
I just
like
drape. I just
lay it
drape
over
it.
her.
I drape it over her unmentionables.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Do we want to do the same technique that we just did to break the glass on this one?
So with the cables cut, with this thing damaged, is there anything on this control panel that like indicates that has changed with what we've done?
Yeah, sure. So there were we'll say that there are like 6 lights kind of like running across the top of the thing. And you notice that one of them has gone out. So that's an indication that something has happened. And this is since like you've already looked at it after having attacked it with the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that didn't help.
If you're gonna Eldritch Blast it, can I use your quarterstaff to beat it? To break the glass? This seems more effective.
Yeah, sure. And I'm just gonna throw the stick at you. Be like, I guess I have nothing then.
I'll
Oh,
give it back,
you can
or
have your
you can
dagger.
use it.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna pick up my dagger with
So
2 fingers, which is very clearly bent now.
I have nothing.
Bend it back.
This'll-
I'll hand you my whip. I don't know. I just want to use it to see if I can break this.
No, I've got this, and I'm just gonna clutch the dagger like it's my only savior.
I don't think whipping glass is very effective.
Agreed. Hey, what if you lightning these like cables? Would that do anything?
Everything we've done with the cables has tortured them.
That's a very good point.
I don't think adding lightning to that's gonna make it better.
All right, I'm gonna follow y'all's lead. What are we doing here?
Smash the glass.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the quarterstaff and smash the glass.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys will attack the glass. And just as before, you are able to smash it. A similar situation as before. This time you pull a man out of this pod. And it's essentially just a repeat. As he falls to the floor unconscious, you are able to cast Spare the Dying on him and at least stabilize him.
Alright, we'll carry this guy back out to the hall.
I only have the one cloak, so which one do you want naked?
The guy.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
It totally matters. The guy should be the one naked. Okay, we're gonna break out. We're just good. I guess we can just continue to do this with the other two.
There's 6 total, I think. Are
6?
there people in the other ones?
No,
Or is it just the 4?
it's just the 4.
Okay.
See, that would be bad.
So are you guys going to continue on and break these other
Yeah.
2 out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then you manage to break the other 2 out, just as before. And you get another woman and another naked man for your trouble. And you are able to stabilize them.
And none of us recognize them, right?
That is correct. You do not recognize who these people are.
Okay.
Okay. I think we need to carry them back to the pools.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yep.
I think I can. Jordan, do you think you can carry one?
Yeah. Maybe one of the smaller ones.
I may be tiny, but I'm quite strong.
Cool. Let's all grab
I
one.
might not be tiny, but I'm quite weak.
I don't know how strong I need to be to carry one of these, but
Okay, so are we able to carry them back to the pools?
Yep, absolutely. You can do that. 1 by 1, or 2 by 2, however you choose to do it.
4 by
I'm
4.
gonna try 4 by 4, but
Okay, just dragging people now. All right.
No, we're just
sure.
like we can carry a person.
like
Oh.
piggy bike, that sort of thing.
All right. I'll allow it. Yeah, you do that. You get them all out here. Yeah, you got them.
okay. I guess I'm gonna scoop up some water like in my hand and try to like pour it down the first lady's throat. I don't know.
I just drop like whoever I'm carrying's face in the water.
Sure.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. That's one way to do it. These are 2 different schools of thought here.
As the person who's done some healing, that's how you kill people, and I'm gonna like pull them back out.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna
Um,
try a combination in between that and use
mhm.
my mage hand to pick up a bunch of water and just essentially waterboard somebody by pouring
Yeah,
Jesus.
a bunch of water over their face.
absolutely.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. You guys, through various methods, inject this water into these people, and yeah, they're you give it a minute. You will know that like with you guys, after you drank with water, it was like an instantaneous effect. Um, you wait a moment, and nothing really seems to happen. There is no change in condition.
I'm gonna look at Triss. What does that mean?
I don't know. I've never had to deal with this before.
There's a good
Does-
chance their minds are dead and their bodies are still alive.
Yeah,
I
how do we
I
know
can
that?
try actually healing one of them, I guess.
The water literally healed this man's like gash.
Yeah,
If it was gonna heal them, it would have the water would have done it.
Can I check, like, because a few of them got cut from glass. Can I check to see if that was healed?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
A few of them got cut from, like, the glass.
Uh-huh.
Did
Oh,
any of them heal that?
yeah, absolutely. They
Oh.
physically will be healed. Their outer wounds. Yeah.
They're just not awake.
Yeah.
Oh, so me healing them probably wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I think we're just all carrying a body out of here.
Well,
Is that what we're doing?
Wait, what else are we supposed to do?
don't think we can take them with us.
So you said that we can or can't?
Cannot.
We can't. I mean, but just want to leave them here?
It doesn't seem like they're alive, is the thing.
I mean, they got healed. They're just unconscious.
It doesn't seem like they're
Are they?
unconscious.
I mean,
does
the
it?
stuff that was in us took a while to wear off, right?
Maybe.
I
there
mean,
any way that we could test to? Well, they were screaming up until a minute ago, so
yeah, we've all done our fair share of screaming, though.
yeah. I just mean that there's something there.
It could have just been a
Or there
physical response to
was.
pain.
Mm,
I'm
Which
saying that we don't have a ton of time to do this stuff. I'm saying these ways may be too far gone, and I don't have the expertise to fix them. So I pat the nearest one that's like laying down, like kind of on the head, and I say, "Good luck to them."
you just want to leave them behind?
Do you want to
we get
carry them
into
all?
another fight,
I mean,
like
we put them down.
carrying people.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give us the moment to put them down, and then not target them.
Okay, we clear
It's
out
not
a
like
pathway, and then we come back for them.
it's not like we all get our specific turn and think our actions through all around. It all happens so fast.
Where let's see if there's a way out through this hallway, and we'll
Okay.
come back for them.
Well, realistically, if we can get out and we can get to some kind of authorities or someone to tell them about this place, then that's their problem.
We don't know how far away that is.
We should find the path out
But
before we
if
carry
we
them all the way out
exactly,
there.
we can guarantee there's a straight path out of here without having to fight anything else, and then we can come back and get them.
I think they're okay in here for now, at least.
Maybe you should have put them in the hallway, right? Don't trust this sand.
Is it
Great
still like?
genie!
Is the sand still moving? Is it still like?
So you've been kind of like keeping an eye on it, right? Because you've been a bit weary about it, and you have not detected anything like that since the.
Sand just seems like sand.
I'm just gonna shout out, Great Genie Ataka, are you still here?
Wait,
We need some help.
where did she go? Oh, what the?
He's taken her.
She appeared out of the shadows.
um,
Oh, she did it again.
yeah,
You're doing it as well.
Yeah, that's the only reason I moved, just because I was like, where'd he go?
there's something going on with the lighting
Yeah,
in
it's a
here.
little
Okay.
fucked.
All right, so we're gonna find a path out and then come back for them if there's time.
There will be time.
Yeah.
Your guys' reluctance to save people is a little worrisome. Not gonna
So
I
lie.
am very interested in saving Abel. We
I'm
need to find him.
interested in saving anyone we can, but I don't think that by just kind of trying to do everything and not having a plan or an idea of where we're actually going is going to do that.
I agree.
Like, once we're out, we don't know how long or why because this hasn't happened before. Before, we were all unconscious, we were all drugged, we were all whatever. There's got to something had to have happened to make it wear off on us and have him not be around.
All right. I don't disagree with you, but I'm also where we need to see if we can find Abel.
For all we know, we're running through a maze like rats, and this is just an experiment for him.
Or it's just another genie testing whether or not we kill ourselves before our brother.
I don't think the genie was related to the man in the mask.
We have no way
Why
of
not?
knowing that.
Sure, but
We didn't ask.
why have a mask on if you're going to appear in front of us with your own face?
Well, I mean, maybe they're just friends.
Can't say for sure. Is there a door here? I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, there is. You want to open it?
Sure.
Any chance that I can look through it before I open it?
Look through it. I mean, you could like open it a little bit and peek.
Okay.
There
I'm
isn't.
just trying to see if there's a keyhole
Yeah,
or
there
a
isn't
window.
a lock situation on this door.
Okay, let's try to open it.
Okay, are we peeking or are we open it?
Peeking first, for sure.
All right, you peek in there. All right, you just opening the door and it makes this little creak as you peek in. Immediately as the door opens, like even a slight amount, it's kind of like startling and jarring as you hear another voice of this golem just bellowing out to you. He says, "Master, is that you? You have given me no eyes. I cannot see you. I have yet to perform my duties. Do you wish for me to open the door to the sewage chambers and feed your guardian?"
I whispered to
Master?
Jorgen.
Uh,
Fuck.
Before someone says
gonna-
anything, I'm like, Jorgen, do you remember what the master sounded like? Can you pretend to be him?
I'm gonna hold my like finger up to my mouth to like shush everyone and shake my head that no, I don't. Well, do I? Do I know what he sounded like?
Oh yeah, you'll never forget that the sound of his voice. It haunts you in your dream, as everyone.
I
Oh,
don't
I
know if my character could do a convincing impression of that voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the dice come into play.
It does. What would that be? A performance check?
It
Or
would
deception.
be a well, to
Deception?
mimic the sound of another person, to try and be, that would be like, I don't know. I'd say it's a performance probably, but I could also see an argument for deception if you wanted to roll deception. Probably could, because mannerisms and the way you speak have a lot to do with it as well. So yeah, it's up to you.
Gonna check with the rest of the party. Yeah? Should I try this?
Wait, what did
Why
he say? He said feed the guardian in the sewer?
Yeah, do you want me to go in the sewer room, I think he said, and
You want me to
feed the
open?
guardian?
He
Do you want
said,
me to open the chamber to the sewer to feed the guardian? Or
yes,
the
that's what I said.
was it the guardian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, he said sewer chambers and feed the guardian.
Okay, do we see anything in this room that looks interesting? I assume that there's something to open. A
Um,
door or a trap door or something?
So looking into this room, this appears to be some kind of storage room. You could see like some bent and broken cages. There's a table with a hammer on it. There's no doors or anything else exiting this room.
My immediate thought is that telling him to do that is going to cause him to get up and move towards us.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to try to mage hand that hammer to me.
Okay, yeah, no problem. You grab the hammer. It's yours.
And I'm going to try to hand it off to someone who's interested in it.
I just look at him confused and just like, we don't need a hammer.
I'll take the hammer.
I
It's
assumed
fine.
that this was a war hammer, not like a nail hammer.
This is like something in between. It's a tool. It's not a weapon, though it certainly
Okay.
can be used as a weapon.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean,
Get-
just
we want
keep
him,
it.
we want him to do whatever he says he needs to do. I feel like the sewers is a good way out.
All right, I'm gonna try deception. I'm gonna see if I can tell him
Boy.
that I
Sure.
need him to open these sewers.
All right.
Gonna get bad.
Do I just do a deception check?
Yeah. 14. How are you going to? What are you going to say to him? Let's hear you tell him to go do his duties.
Oh god, I don't even remember what the phrase he used. I'm just gonna tell him, yes, I need you to open the sewers for me.
All right. He says, "You have not activated my movement functions. You must use the activation stone."
I shrug.
It did I not leave that in this room?
I have no eyes, Master. I have no idea where you put the activation stone.
Yes, I'm gonna go get that. I'll be back, and I'm just gonna close the door and shrug at the rest of the group.
All right, so we need a stone, I guess.
And so we can make them move? That seems like a terrible idea.
We've had worse ideas. I Eldritch blasted a control panel.
It's like we have a lot of those.
I like this party already.
Is the ore thing somehow his
That's a good point.
It's not a stone, though.
That also would be a very inconvenient way to get
I
Does the stone like react in his presence?
We can say that you just to kind of try and rule it out, pulled it out, and it didn't seem to react or anything.
That was a bad idea. was the
Hey.
best idea any of us came up with, though. So well done. I keep forgetting I have this thing sitting in my pocket.
I
Something
feel
you
like
should
it's a
not
battery.
forget.
My running theory is it's a battery.
There's a door.
If I lick this, do I feel anything on my tongue?
Oh yeah, it's like licking a battery.
Ooh.
How would Jorgen know that? But I like it. Okay.
I'm gonna peek
Hey,
in
they
this
had
door.
batteries in ancient Mesopotamia. You don't think they have those here?
No.
No, those were jars full of acid and like metals.
It's essentially a
Battery.
battery.
Yeah, it was a battery. Okay, so what do we? Oh boy.
I'm peeking. I didn't open it all the way.
All
What
right,
do you
so
see in there?
just hold on, just for future reference.
I did say it.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear you, but yeah, you
I
may
heard
want to
nothing.
make sure I
Sorry, I
hear
was
that in the
talking
future.
over you. My bad.
Oh, you're fine.
It happens. Yeah, so in the room, you see some sort of like torturing type device table. You see you find there's like a key ring on this table with a couple of keys. There's also this strange looking you're not sure what it is, some sort of strange wand like device sitting on the table as well. And then there's one of those green glowing pods,
With a
of
person
course.
in it.
You'd have to get closer.
Okay.
So the rest, I'm definitely looking down the hall. Do I see anything of interest down the hall while she's investigating the room?
Down this direction,
Yes.
you can see like just barely like there's appears to be a bookshelf. And also you see like some scattered books on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of library from what you can tell.
Nothing to see in here. You know, like shoo them down the hallway.
There was nothing in there?
I mean, there's just I'll go in and grab the thing.
All right.
I'm gonna
What
slip
are you
in.
gonna go grab? I was standing behind you when you opened that
Yeah,
door.
I'm not trying to keep you guys out. I'm just trying to save you from
Yeah,
having to see.
and you can clearly see like this green light kind of filter out to the hallway as she opens the door here.
Right.
I'm gonna pocket all of this stuff.
Okay, yeah, you grab it. The wand is like not really,
Another
able.
stick.
Yeah, you kind of shove it in your pocket. It's there.
I
It's
just
holstered.
I just grab all of that stuff and then peek in here to see if there's a person.
Yeah, you go up and you kind of look in, and you hear this voice emerge. He says, "Master, is that you? I can barely see. It's been so long."
We didn't try to talk to the other people, did we?
He says,
We couldn't.
I didn't mean to go into the mistress's room. I didn't know it was so dangerous. Relive is very sorry."
Oh fuck! I found the guy.
Found what guy?
The guy that he told us to find. He's that one in there.
Oh, that's relive. Hey,
You,
look,
you,
keys.
I mean,
you okay in here, Aaron?
Yeah, this is a different chamber.
Okay.
I wasn't tortured in this room.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm holding these keys. Also, here's a stick. Does anybody want a stick?
Yeah.
Just this is a small stick.
As you approach this, you can see that there is like some movement going on within the tube as well, which you did not see with the other ones. You also notice where there was like a large hole, like for something to be socketed in the other tubes. This one's actually filled. It has this strange looking device kind of jutting out from it.
What does the device look like?
It's a metal device which has also incorporates some strange glowing stones. As to what its function may be, it would be extremely difficult to tell.
I'm gonna ask Relive if he knows of the genie. What was his name?
Attica.
Attica? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you ask him that, and there's a moment of pause, and he just says, "What were you gonna say? Sorry." Oh. He says, "I knew it was dangerous, so very dangerous. I was not trying to steal anything. Was I hurt in the mistress's room, master?" He he replies, not really like touching what it was that you said to him.
Was he hurt?
Genie said that we needed to find him, right?
Yeah, what did
Yes.
The release he wants.
As you say the word release, he will respond by yelling out, he says, "Release, yes, please, master. This bit's so long. I cannot go on."
Do you wish to be released from this tube or released from life?
He screams an emphatic yes.
The two-part question.
Yeah, which one?
Yes, send it all. Please release me.
Oh, I guess he wants to die.
If we
End it all means
if I-
we kill him?
if I try to remove the crystal,
Uh-huh.
is that like something that seems like it's possible that that device can be removed?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. It's jutting out enough for you to grab a hold of it and just pull it out.
Should we try to remove that glowing stone, crystal,
Sure.
whatever it was?
Want me to pull it out?
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Do I need to give you a roll for anything?
No, you grab a hold of it and you attempt to pull it out, and it just pops out like it was meant to. And after a moment, you just hear a sigh come from inside. Yes, thank you, master.
Now tell us how to get out of here.
As you wait a moment, he does not respond to that. He just kind of goes still and stops moving inside the tube.
I wonder if that crystal is the movement crystal.
What is a movement
That's
crystal?
for the
For-
golem.
For the goal.
Oh, okay.
Put it back in.
He wanted release though.
Put
Yeah,
it back
Put it
in.
back in. See what it does.
All right, I'm gonna put it back in.
All right, you put it back in. Relive just starts yelling, "Master, is that you?
Okay.
I
Take it
can
back out.
barely see. It's been so long."
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it back out.
All right, now put it back in.
Okay,
I'm
wow.
gonna put it in my pocket, and
All right,
we're done here.
it's a little large for your pocket, but I mean, it's holstered.
Oh, well. Okay.
Can I look at the wand type thing the kit handed me?
Uh-huh.
Does it notice? Does it look like anything?
So it looks very similar to the device that you just saw um Jorgen remove from the pod. But it's got a different shape to it. But as far as its overall structure, it looks very similar as far as how it was made.
Plug that in.
That's true.
They're
If it's
different sizes.
Oh, okay. Hey, maybe that's the movement thing. If it's a wand,
Do
maybe
we
it'll work.
want the golem to move?
If we can control him, then wouldn't we can get him to move out of the way, the first one, and give us access to that door. We can keep exploring this way if you want. I just don't want to enter, what was it? Mistress's chambers?
Yeah, that sounds scary.
That sounds like a real bad time.
I also doubt that's in the sewers.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Well,
you
we
don't
can't.
know her. Why are you judging her kinks?
And we can't guarantee the sewers is a way out either.
Nope. We just know there's some sort of guardian there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
sounds.
doesn't necessarily sound good.
You
That
guys
should be
have disappeared. I'm blind. Aaron, reach for my hand. Guide me out.
Ah,
it.
You guys should be able to see
I
in
can't see
here.
you, but I can hear you.
I can see just fine. It's just like there's like a once you step
can-
beyond a certain
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So
threshold.
we're at a fork in the road.
Everyone's gone.
I would like to pick the fork up.
Does it have a chicken nugget?
Is that helping?
Oh, there's another door that leads back the way that we
That
couldn't get
looks
in.
like it might lead back to the golem. Yeah.
But then there's another hallway north.
Okay, but immediately I'm seeing a bunch of books.
Yeah, who cares about books?
Anything interesting?
I'm going to try to look through some of this, including the desk full of papers.
Okay. Yeah, so desk first, as Aaron kind of pulls out the chair and sits at it. Yeah, you guys look around and there is a basically like a pen and some ink, and a bunch of like a neatly stacked set of like notary type of paper. It's not like labeled or anything. I'm not sure if I'm using the correct word. Regardless, you do find a what appears to be like a letter. It's like the only thing with writing you find on the desk as you read it here. Let me-
We'll send someone to collect the offerings as soon as we can, but it may take some time.
Too nice.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. We believe that Emerson has caught on and that we have a hidden entrance into the mines, and his patrols are making things difficult. You will, of course, make sure that they survive until they can be collected. As you know, they must die by his hand alone. I've also informed our leader that you've taken your payment and will no longer be working with us for the time being. Have a safe journey home. As for the girl, I'm sure we can find a use for her. We'll send an additional payment to our mutual contact in
Who do you guys think the offerings are?
Obviously
Us?
us, right?
Or the 4 people we left in the crystal room.
Hmm. Okay, so Emerson was working for this leader person.
Is Emerson? Who's Emerson?
We don't know.
I feel like Emerson is someone that we should contact. He seems
Yeah.
to be.
No.
He
And
seems to be their enemy.
Emerson seems to be their emissary.
No. Emerson
No.
is.
oh yeah, he
Emerson
caught
is their
on.
enemy.
He's
Yeah.
making their patrols
And
difficult.
and he
Yeah,
has.
that's what I'm
control.
saying.
Yeah.
Their emissary. Yeah, they're.
No, emissary means he works for them.
Yeah, I'm clearly
But
using the wrong word here.
Yeah.
His enemy,
They don't like
Nemesis.
Emerson.
nemesis, anti-put
It's
mask guy.
patrols.
Yeah, and if he has patrols, that means he must have some kind of
Like maybe he works at the
military
guard.
presence.
Do I recognize the name?
roll a roll a history.
Okay.
Which of us?
That would be
Kelsey.
hit.
that right?
All right, so you like this name Emerson, like you've heard it before, and you think that you've met someone named Emerson. You just can't remember who that might be.
Probably a guard.
Well, let's take that and we roll it up and take it with us.
Okay.
Is there a signature or a signet on it at all?
No, there's nothing like that.
Is there anything in any of the stuff like that that might show who or from? Like, is there a symbol or like
No,
a
it's
crest?
blank paper. There's nothing to show who, anything like that.
I grab some of the blank paper and I walk up to the lantern and I just like wave the in front of the lantern to see if it like invisible ink style.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you go when you do that, and yeah, you think it. No, it's just like a smudge. No, there's.
Oh,
How about these books?
I heard a story one time that happened.
You go through and you're kind of looking at books. You maybe pull a couple out and just kind of like read the titles. They're in varying languages. You appear to be in the fiction section currently.
So it's just nothing that pertains to what's going on here. It's
Uh,
just novels.
Yeah, because it's essentially like just like reading for enjoyment.
See if you can find the genie section.
All smut, all of it.
All of it's smut. I would like to open the smut section.
All right, you look around and as you look around,
You
it
found
seems
it,
that
Spank Bank.
this seems like this entire library is nothing but a fiction section. It's all just basically,
Romance.
Now, what would
yeah.
they be using a fiction section for?
Enjoyment.
No, I think you get
Entertainment?
the enjoyment from the torture.
Attainment.
It can be two things.
Maybe it belonged to someone
You can't
else,
have more
and then
than
the bad guys took it over.
have more than one hobby.
There is a door at the end of that, just so you know.
What if
I
Yep.
see this
what,
one.
what if this person was searching for truth within the fiction, like finding fables and things and finding actual clues to something that actually exists?
I'm gonna open this door.
Can
Okay,
you creak it open instead of just slamming it open like the other one?
Oh yeah, yeah, I can do that.
so
Alright.
you've come across some doors in your time here,
Okay.
and the doors you've come across thus far haven't looked, they're just plain wooden doors. This one though looks very similar to the one that you saw in the cave. It looks like it's very well built and very sturdy. As you try to open it, it is locked.
And also very locked.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to pick it. I have the keys now.
Uh huh.
I don't know.
You try the keys. You got some extra keys. Maybe one of
Yeah.
these will work. Yeah, no. None
And
of
the
them
old
work,
keys.
unfortunately. The old keys as well. None of them seem to work.
All right, let's continue on.
But
I mean, what else are you gonna try?
I don't know. But I feel like I don't know.
If you had the strength of a golem, you might be able to get through that door.
What if that's the way out, and that's why there's so many doors that lead to that way?
What if that's the door the golem's going to end up opening, and that's why we need to have him go do it for us?
Yeah.
Well, then why wouldn't the golem be blocking this door?
Because he has
None of
no
them
eyes.
is.
Wait. Oh, there's another section over here.
Yeah, there's a lot of books.
Is the smut section over here?
Yeah, but it's just fictional smut.
And I'm
As
just gonna go ahead and
opposed to.
pocket. I'm gonna go ahead and pocket one of those books and continue on.
All
None of
right,
that true
Aaron,
crime.
on 1 second here.
When I
Oh,
walk through
boy.
here,
When you get to about here, you guys back a little bit here. You start to hear you hear the sound of like a man like laughing. And then you hear the sound of another man just like grunt something angrily. It's incomprehensible what he says. Then you hear like the sound of like a banging noise, like a wooden thud. So yeah, you know.
I want to peek around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth. Yeah, you like stick your whole head out there and you blend in, you're one with the wall.
Sweet.
And you see what appears first you're looking at the back of a it looks like a dwarf. And then just past him, sitting across from him at this table, there's another dwarf with this dark skin. They appear to be playing some sort of card game. You could see gold and copper laying on the table between them.
Looks like there's two. I think they're guards. They're dwarves or something.
Guarding a way out.
I couldn't see
Have
the whole
we
room, but there's
Have
stuff.
we seen dwarves before, or was it just the master there, or the hooded guy that we saw earlier in the cages?
The only actual like person that you saw would have been the hooded figure. You would have
Okay.
seen the golem once or twice before, but that's all.
Okay.
But I'm thinking we lure them into this hallway, and then we beat the crap out of them. and then we talk to one of them.
Do you think the sound of a raven or ominous whispers would pull them out here?
Ominous whispers probably would.
I'm gonna say, yeah, let's fucking do it. As I hold up my dagger that's like bent at a 45-degree angle.
I can bend it
Uh,
back.
I would like to hold an action to attack them when they walk around the corner.
So I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make sounds of ominous whispers.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that, and as you kind of get closer here yourself, you can hear this kind of incomprehensible conversation that they're having. And you do this. You make a sound of ominous whispers. And yeah, after a couple of moments, their conversation just stops. Um, and you can hear like the shuffling of feet of something. Um, and then you hear the steps of boots against the pavement as he crosses through right here, and we're going to roll initiative. Roll.
Misses. There's no
Oh my
active.
god, I just want to roll a good initiative.
Oh,
Sorry, I
God.
rolled for someone, but that was an accident. So yeah, we'll pop this out here. As this dark-skinned dwarf rounds the corner here. Go ahead and take your attack on him. Open sheet.
Do I have advantage because he's surprised?
Sure, go for it.
Are we all taking an attack
Yeah,
on him?
wouldn't this be a surprise round or no?
Yeah, all of you fucking attack him. Go for it. Absolutely.
Fucking A, let's do it.
Yeah. So 22 is gonna hit for 10 as he just walks around the corner, kind of like into your sword.
Yeah, I swing it. So if I didn't see that he was a dwarf, I feel like this would have been worse. But I
Yeah.
like knew his height level, so I could actually like lower the blade to where it needed to go.
Yeah, you can do that. At 14, go ahead and roll that again. It's at advantage because he's
Right.
he wasn't expecting to see a mob.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not gonna
so-
work. I will go ahead and use a lucky then,
Okay.
and re-roll one of those.
Okay, go for it.
Nope.
All right.
No, I won't.
Yeah, it's difficult to get an angle on him because he's just so much shorter than Aaron, and you miss. Let's go with Tristana. You want
I'm gonna sacred flame the dude.
okay?
So it's a dex save.
Dexterity save. Yeah, go ahead and roll it, and I'll
Yeah, sorry. There you go.
yeah, click on the thing. He rolled a 2
Well done.
and takes 7 damage. And he was already like balding before, but now he's like what little hair he had. And then Kit. He's just all kinds of fucked up at this point. And you kill him with your modifier. You just put an arrow right into his face here, and he's gonna fall over dead. Any movement? You could use movement as well. Yep.
But that was a.
It's a
yeah, it's
surprise
fine.
round. You could still. All right.
I guess I'm gonna wait and see what Aaron does here.
Yeah, so I said he's dead, and I go, I'm just gonna step out. We're out of initiative, I'm guessing.
No, you're
We're definitely
Kit,
not.
as you round the corner here, you see another Durgar who appeared to be like he was trying to like put some armor on, and he's
Can't-
like you catch him like mid dress, and he just says fuck this, and he just like throws it to the ground.
Can I?
So that's he doesn't get a turn. Let's just click begin combat now since we're officially started. Jorgen, it's your turn.
Oh, I don't see anyone, but I assume that I've heard him throw down his armor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, okay. I do have line of sight. This is him, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Let's hit him with some. You'll never believe it. Some Eldritch Blast.
yeah, that hits.
Look at that pew pew.
pew pew, and 1.
All right.
I can't do lucky, but I can attack with an extra 2,
Okay.
so he'll take a total of 3.
All right. 3 damage. Yeah, you hit him straight in his bare chest. And he just kind of looks down and then looks at you.
He's
Uh,
part bear.
Yeah, part bear. And then it's Aaron's turn.
All right, so I'm gonna kick the other one down, like over,
Yeah. Okay, you do
as I
that.
walk through. All right, then. You've got 2 choices here. You can fight us, or you can answer some questions.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Sorry.
Yeah, when you speak to him as you're approaching, he like makes like a stance ready to attack you as you're approaching, and he yells something at you in like this deep, like guttural voice in a language that you don't understand,
You speak common?
and he just snarls at you.
Shame.
Do any of us know the language she's speaking?
Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Ah, I missed.
Nah.
Mm-mm. That's a miss.
All right, that's a miss.
So let's see here. Go ahead and roll another 1d20 for me. All right. So yeah, you hit him with your long sword, and the tip of the blade actually just shears right off, as it breaks. You now have a short sword, essentially. As this
I just look at
weapon,
him and I go, damn iron shortage.
yep, damn iron shortage. That's exactly right. And then he's going to respond by attempting to attack you. Bloody rolls. That's a 10, which that's not going to hit. So yeah, he swings. You dodge out of the way, and then Tristana, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try yelling at him in halfling. Hey, we're trying to talk to you. What are you doing? And I'm assuming he doesn't understand me.
Yeah, and he actually yells back at you like in like a mimicking kind of insulting your voice kind of thing, like in a high pitched as he can muster.
Dick.
Well, screw you too then. I'm just gonna say good flame him.
All right,
'Cause fuck
uh,
that guy.
fuck that guy. Yeah, he gets a 3, so that's gonna be 8 damage. All right, yeah, he takes fire damage. He yells as he's not very
It's
happy about
radiant
that.
damage, in
Oh,
case that
I'm sorry,
matters.
radiant fire damage. Yes, radiant damage. But no, it doesn't. He isn't. All right, and then Kit, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, shoot.
I'll shoot him.
Rolling with
I gotta
bow.
press button.
All right. Yep. He just kind of moves out of the way, positioning himself in between, like Aaron is in between the two of you to kind of make your shot miss here.
I use
Oh,
a bonus
man.
action to flip him off.
How many arrows is that?
I'm gonna use my bonus action actually to get my arrow back from the guy standing at my or laying at my feet.
I'll allow it. Jorgen, it's your turn.
I am gonna try to move in here. And same thing as always. Let's see if we can get a hit. I assume 20, yeah?
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. 20 hits for 9 damage as he's kind of pushed back a bit. +2.
+2, yeah.
All right. So okay. Yeah, he looks to be on death's door. He's just kind of barely holding himself up here.
And we still can't communicate with him, right?
Um,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
tell him that he should surrender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he snarls at you and barks at you in this guttural language.
So add 2 to that?
Add 2 to the damage?
Yeah, because of the strength thing.
Oh, yeah. Short sword now. That's right. Yeah, you,
Oh,
yeah,
I just look at him with the broken sword.
Yeah,
And just swing at him again.
yeah, you do that. This time it's you stab him, and he just goes limp. On your blade here,
Nice.
dead.
I kick him off of it.
No, we wanted to ask him questions.
And I don't speak the language. Start
Actually,
digging through the crap.
that's a fair point. I don't know why I was worried about keeping him alive.
Yeah. Does the first guy that we killed, have anything on him?
He does. Let's see here, and we'll do the kind of the loot that you guys find, and then we'll end the session here. All right. You find one leather armor. I'm just gonna post this in chat here.
Dibs, I think. Does everyone else have armor?
I don't yet, but I think there's
Oh,
2 people
studded.
here.
Ooh, studded armor.
No. You've already got armor.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I take the boots.
Das Boots.
You both get boots.
2 pairs of large boots. 2 hand axe, 1 shield.
Ooh, close.
I don't know what a dungeoner's pack
Yeah.
is.
I'm also. Can I take one of the clothing to put under my armor so I'm not chafing from this bloody bugbear armor?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I cleaned it off, didn't
We
I?
all
No, I
re-equip.
cleaned myself off. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, also there is some gold, some
Yeah,
coinage on the
I'm
table.
gonna
Here.
check the table. Yeah.
I'm gonna take off my shirt and give it back to Kit because it goes with the pants she's wearing. And then
right.
I'm gonna take one of the sets of
It's
clothing.
like a matching sweater suit.
All right.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't
boy.
know. In case it matters, here you go.
All right.
And then I'm taking one of the sets of armor because I do not have any.
I would like a leather armor.
The
So
regular
what
leather?
is Kit currently wearing?
I have leather armor, so if somebody wants, I mean, you guys can use studded leather too, surely.
I'm
Yeah,
also.
but I'm not going to be on the front lines, so I'm not worried about getting hit as much as somebody else might. So I'll definitely take a leather armor. Who's going to take the studded?
But I'm also
Right.
taking the hand axes.
Kit, if you want it, then I'll take the leather you have.
Okay. We'll just switch shirts.
Yeah, we'll just
Sweatshirt.
do some tradesies.
Okay.
You
Taking
guys will also be level 2. As
Woo!
Ooh. Two.
So I assume that we've searched everything else in the room, that there's nothing of interest left in here?
You'll find that there is a keg of ale to the south. And this pack was a Dungeoneer's pack. But yeah, that's all there is in this room that you guys would probably. There's a deck of cards. A fork.
Oh, I would like
Um,
those.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
If no one
Um,
else
Oh,
cares.
so
Actually, you one more thing. I'm sorry. If you crack open the crates, you will find that there's like some dried goods in there for like food, whatnot that you guys can eat. So
and I'm
awesome.
sure that we haven't eaten in a while, so we're definitely gonna partake.
I was gonna.
That's fair.
No, that like would be totally effing awesome.
Yeah, I have.
Seeing your character just like do that thing where they like whip them around their wrist, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, the story wise, my character's a woodsman, so axes are more comfortable than swords are anyway.
So are you still using the shield, Jake?
Yeah, you can use it if you want it. I'll hand it over.
I will gladly take that.
Okay.
so that's also 2 shields you guys have now. I
Yeah.
didn't mark it on the thing, but they're both wooden. They're wooden shields.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I have a shield and you have a shield, unless someone else wants another shield.
negative.
I got a shield off the bugbear.
Well, good game. I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
a lot of fun. This was a blast.
And that's where we're going to end today's episode. See you guys back here next time.